Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dato' Dr. Mat Razali bin Muhammad, Timbalan Chancellor Akademik dan Antarabangsa. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Zulkifli bin Ibrahim, Timbalan Chancellor Penyelidikan dan Inovasi. Yang berbahagia Profesor Teknologis Dr. Faizah binti Sabudin, Pengarah Pusat Kecemerlangan dan Kesarjanaan Akademik. Yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung Datuk Dr. Haris bin Ahmad selaku tetamu jemputan pada hari ini. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Mat Taib bin Dora selaku moderator. Ahli-ahli Majlis Profesor Universiti. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Syarif bin Said, mantan Naib Chancellor UTM. Pegawai Pekanan Universiti, para tetamu jemputan, ahli-ahli akademik, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian. Selamat datang saya ucapkan ke program diskusi bersama Profesor Ulung 2019 dengan tajuk Strategi Mencapai Kesarjanaan Akademik Ulung, Satu Cabaran. Program ini dibawakan khas untuk anda oleh Pusat Kecemerlangan dan Kesarjanaan Akademik UTM. Hadirin yang dimuliakan, mewakili seluruh ahli jawatankuasa pelaksana program ini, kami mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih di atas kesudian yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung Dato' Dr. Haris bin Ahmad meluangkan masa bersama kita dalam satu program perkongsian ilmu yang sangat bermakna ini. Semoga segala perkongsian yang akan disampaikan oleh beliau sebentar lagi akan memberi manfaat kepada semua yang hadir di dalam dewan ini. Hadirin yang saya muliakan, sebagai pembuka majlis pada pagi yang mulia ini, dengan hormatnya saya mempersilakan Al-Fadil Ustaz Luqman Hakim bin Nur Azmi dari Pusat Islam UTM untuk memimpin bacaan doa.
Al-Fatihah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا ولوالدينا وارحمهم كما ربونا صغارا ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Ya Allah, ya Rabbi, ya Tuhan kami, sesungguhnya pada pagi yang mulia ini kami berhimpun dan berkumpul untuk mengharapkan keberkatan dan rahmat-Mu. Dan pada pagi ini kami juga berkumpul dan berhimpun bersempena majlis diskusi bersama Profesor Ulung. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Haris bin Ahmad. Maka dengan ini kami bermohon kepada-Mu, ya Allah, Engkau berkatilah majlis diskusi pada pagi ini. Kau pemudahkanlah perjalanan majlis diskusi pada pagi ini, ya Allah. Serta Engkau limpahkanlah rahmat dan keberkatan kepada majlis diskusi pada pagi ini, ya Allah. Ya Allah, ya Rabbi, ya Tuhan kami, sesungguhnya pada pagi ini diberkati dan dirahmati oleh-Mu, ya Allah. Ya Allah, ya Rabbi, ya Tuhan kami, sesungguhnya kami memohon segala petunjuk dan inayah-Mu. Maka Engkau berikanlah kami petunjuk yang berterusan dan berterusan hingga ke akhirnya, ya Allah. Ya Allah, ya Rahman, ya Rahim, kami mohon kepada-Mu, ya Allah. Engkau ampunilah segala dosa kami, ampunilah segala dosa ibu bapa kami, ampunilah segala dosa kaum muslimin dan muslimat keseluruhannya, ya Allah. Wahai Allah yang maha mengurniakan segala rezeki dan nikmat kepada para hamba-Mu, ya Allah. Kurniakanlah kepada kami rezeki yang melimpah ruah. Berikanlah kami rezeki yang bermanfaat dan diberkati oleh-Mu, ya Allah. Ya Dzal Jalali wal Ikram, kami mohon kepada-Mu, ya Allah. Jadikanlah tubuh badan kami sihat sejahtera, membuat segala kerja amal soleh, ya Allah. Jadikanlah kami dalam kalangan orang yang beriman dan beramal soleh kepada-Mu, ya Allah. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman la yunsa. Allahumma inna nas'aluka mimma 'allamtana wa rudda inda ihtiyajina ilaik. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ridhaka wal jannah wa na'udzu bika min sakhatika wan nar. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إننا آمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وأعمالنا من الرياء وألسنتنا من الكذب وأعيننا من الخيانة فإنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Terima kasih Al-Fadhil Ustaz di atas pimpinan doa itu tadi. Hadirin yang dimuliakan, tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, saya mempersilakan yang berbahagia Profesor Dato' Dr. Mat Tai bin Dora selaku moderator untuk mengiringi yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung Dato' Dr. Haris bin Ahmad ke atas pentas untuk memperkenalkan beliau dan seterusnya memulakan majlis diskusi pada pagi ini. Silakan.
Terima kasih saudara pengajar majlis. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in. Salatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin asyrafil mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Yang saya hormati barisan timbalan-timbalan Naib Chancellor Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka, Pengarah Pusat Kecemerlangan, Kesarjanaan Akademik, barisan Profesor, yang saya hormati sahabat saya Profesor Datuk Syahrin, sahabat dan juga jiran se-air keruh. Saya harap kita sentiasa berair jernih. Air keruh ni nama saja, tuan-tuan. Yang dihormati tetamu undangan kita pada pagi ini, yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung Dato' Dr. Haris Ahmad yang kita datangkan khas daripada Universiti Melaya, barisan rakan-rakan pensyarah yang saya hormati sekalian. Alhamdulillah, bersyukur kita kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dengan izin dan kurnianya dapat kita bersama-sama pada pagi ini dalam satu majlis diskusi dari segi perkongsian pintar dan juga perkongsian pengalaman dengan tidak lain dan tidak bukan Profesor Ulung yang adalah merupakan Profesor Ulung yang keempat di negara kita, di mana kalau tak silap saya sejak penganugerahannya pada tahun 2010 kita telah pun menerima ataupun telah pun ada 5 orang pakar ataupun profesor yang bertaraf Profesor Ulung ini. Iaitu pertama, kalau tak silap saya pada tahun 2010, 2010 tu ada 3 orang, iaitu Profesor Ulung Samsul Amri Baharudin daripada UKM. Kemudian yang kedua Samsul Amri dalam bidang sains sosial. Yang kedua Profesor Ulung Datuk Lui, kata saya daripada Universiti Melaya, Lui Laimeng, pakar patologi perubatan daripada Universiti Melaya. Dan kemudian yang ketiga ialah Profesor Dr. Kamal Hassan, Profesor Kamal Hassan daripada Universiti Islam Antarabangsa Malaysia, yang merupakan pemikir ulung dalam bidang pengajian Islam. Kemudian pada tahun 2014 yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung Datuk Dr. Haris Ahmad, Profesor, 2014 dianugerahkan sebagai Profesor Ulung, yang mana pada tahun itu beliaulah satu-satunya yang berjaya dianugerahkan Profesor Ulung. Dan kemudian pada tahun lepas, Profesor Ulung yang dianugerahkan ialah Dr. Raja Rasyah daripada Universiti Melaya juga, dalam bidang ekonomi ataupun kepakaran dalam bidang ekonomi ataupun ekonomi antarabangsa, ekonomi antarabangsa. Jadi ada 5 Profesor Ulung yang telah dianugerahkan. Yang mana kalau kita nak tengok daripada status ataupun anugerah-anugerah Profesor Ulung ini, tuan-tuan dan puan sekalian, kita ada Profesor Emeritus, yang profesor-profesor yang dah pencen tetapi masih berkhidmat dengan universiti. Kita ada Profesor Pelawat, itu saya ingat semua faham. Kita ada Profesor Ejang yang daripada industri, dan profesor-profesor biasa macam yang ada sekarang ini, profesor yang mana bermula daripada jurusan C, B dan A. Benar Profesor Ulung. Di kalangan kategori-kategori profesor ini, Profesor Ulung lah, sesuai dengan namanya yang Ulung, maka dia yang paling Ulung, yang paling hebat di kalangan Ulung itu. 5 orang, ada terulung, tuan-tuan. Sudah tentulah yang kita datang kepada hari ini adalah merupakan profesor yang cukup hebat dari segi penampilan dalam bidang beliau, yang mana kalau sekiranya saya nak bacakan CV beliau, tak mampu saya. Mungkin sampai petang kan saya nak berdiskusi tentang CV beliau saja. Ini masih diskusi, saya nak lebih berikan kepada beliau sendiri, ya. Jadi tuan-tuan dan puan sekalian, sedikit saya nak sebutkan tentang biodata beliau ini. Izinkan saya, Prof. Ulung Datuk, sedikit saja. Saya tak nak banyak-banyak, nanti kan ambil masa. Profesor Ulung Datuk Dr. Haris Ahmad ada merupakan anak kelahiran Alustar. Alustar dengan Prof. Datuk Razali itu jadi on the way itu, singgah dulu seorang perai ke singgah dulu kat itu, baru pergi ke Alustar. Mula-mula mendapat ijazah sarjana muda dalam fizik daripada Universiti Melaya tahun 1979. Saya SPM 1978. Sebelum mendapat master dan PhD dari Wales University. Pada usia 26 tahun, Profesor Haris mula berkhidmat di Jabatan Fizik Fakulti Sains, yang mana beliau adalah merupakan orang Malaysia pertama yang mendapat latihan dalam bidang sains fotonik, iaitu sains penghasilan dan manipulasi cahaya. Disebabkan gaya rambutnya yang keriting dan kembang itu, saya terpaksa menggayakan juga. Kerja pula dalam bidang sains, maka ramailah di kalangan rakan-rakan dan kenalannya yang menggambarkan dan memanggil beliau sebagai Albert Einstein Malaysia. Sesuai yang seorang saintis yang begitu sesuai, terutama sekali seorang physician, yang mana beliau ini tidak pula menjadikan Albert Einstein itu sebagai idolanya, tapi 2 orang pakar physician ataupun pakar fizik daripada Jerman dan juga Perancis sebagai idola beliau, sehingga menjadikan beliau seorang ahli fizik yang terhebat, bukan hanya di peringkat Malaysia tapi juga di peringkat antarabangsa. Yang mengagumkan kita, beliau telah pun mempunyai 10 paten bersama dengan Telekom Malaysia dari segi penyelidikan beliau, yang mana di bawah pimpinan beliau, Pusat Penyelidikan Fotonik Universiti Melaya menjadi makmal penyelidikan bertaraf antarabangsa dan merupakan pusat rujukan dalam bidang-bidang yang berkaitan. Beliau juga telah dinobatkan sebagai Profesor Ulung sebagai saya sebutkan tadi pada tahun 2014. Selain daripada itu, beliau juga telah mendapat beberapa anugerah dan juga pengiktirafan di peringkat antarabangsa. Antaranya beliau telah mendapat Merdeka Award Outstanding Scholarship Achievement, Tourist Science and Technology Award, IDB Science and Technology Prize, ASEAN Outstanding Scientist and Technologist Award. Beliau juga telah menyelia lebih daripada 45 orang pelajar PhD, dan publication beliau more than 900 publication in ISI, lebih daripada 900 dalam jurnal yang bertaraf RSI yang berindeks ataupun yang mempunyai impact yang tinggi tuan-tuan. Kita ni baru jurnal kita yang kita baru ada 1 atau 2 jurnal yang bertaraf Scopus. Belum lagi RSI. Jauh lagi. Datuk Prof. Jadi kita ada juga, kita ada jurnal. Tapi jurnal kita ialah dalam proses itu ke arah untuk mencapai Scopus dan ISI, insyaAllah dengan input-input yang bakal diberikan oleh yang berbahagia Datuk Prof pada hari ini, kita barangkali dapat melonjakkan lagi pencapaian dalam bidang penerbitan dan sebagainya itu. Jadi untuk itu saya kira serba ringkas yang saya nak sebutkan menggambarkan beliau dalam bidang fizik, dalam bidang yang memang seorang saintis yang terkenal. Dan kita bertuah pada hari ini dapat berkongsi pengalaman, pengetahuan dalam kesarjanaan ini, tuan-tuan dan puan sekalian, kerana bukannya mudah nak mencapai tahap sebagaimana yang saya sebutkan tadi. Tahap Profesor Ulung, setelah sampai ke Profesor Jusa A baru boleh memohon. Kalau setakat Profesor Jusa C, jangan mimpilah dulu. Tengok aja dulu, belajar lagi tuan-tuan. Saya cakap di saya jugalah kan. Jadi kita tengok dulu, dah sampai A baru boleh mohon. Sebab syarat di salah satu syarat ialah Profesor Jusa A. Jadi yang B, yang C itu dengarlah hari ini. Orang Melayu kata dengar kan apa yang ada pada hari ini sebelum kita memohon untuk yang lebih baik pada masa-masa yang akan datang. Jadi dengan itu saya Majlis dengan ini mempersilakan yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung, Datuk Dr. Haris untuk memberikan pembentangan pada hari ini, yang mana saya berikan peluang untuk beliau untuk menterjemahkan pengalaman dan juga tahap ataupun aspek-aspek yang berkaitan dengan akademik dan tahap kesarjanaan itu yang nak dibincangkan pada hari ini dalam ruang lingkup akademik kita. This is our academic discussion. Jadi maknanya kalau ada hal-hal di luar daripada tembok ini, kita cuba kaitkan balik dengan academic matters pada hari ini. Kalau ada isu-isu politik ke nak bawa, ekonomi ke nak bawa, kita kaitkan balik dengan akademik pada hari ini. Itu yang saya harapkan, supaya perbincangan kita dalam kerangka mencapai tahap kesarjanaan. Kerana orang-orang UTM ini memang sentiasa dahagakan kesarjanaan itu. Kita dah 19 tahun berbanding dengan UM dah lebih daripada 100 tahun. Tuan-tuan puan sekalian, saya ini terlajak cakap lah. Betul lah tu. Jadi dengan ini saya mempersilakan yang berbahagia untuk memberikan pembentangan dan kemudian kita akan ada sesi soal jawab selepas itu. Segala hormat yang persilakan. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Tuan Moderator. Kalau diizinkan saya berbahasa dua bahasa kalau boleh, kalau dibenarkan, dan juga apa yang the kind words of the moderator is very kind, extremely kind. Memanglah rambut saya penting tak diurus. Sebahagian saya orang asli, sebab rambut kerinting dia gitu macam ni. So lepas tu nak potong rambut kat Malaysia tanah mahal. So cutting your hair. Tapi memang I think maybe this weekend I go and have a hair keep off presentable. Tapi saya jauh pada Einstein lah. Okay. Yang saya nak, sebelum saya nak mulakan, yang saya nak present for today is an open discussion. I think we are very free to discuss among all the colleagues here. It's an open discussion. It should be informal, not a formal discussion. I would like to, in fact, to wish yang berbahagia Profesor Syahril. He is a friend for quite some time because I did go for a job interview at multimedia. I was working for Telecom Malaysia for 5 years. I was at Tech for 5 years with Telecom Malaysia. But R&D division, Prof. Syahril dekat multimedia. I did apply for a job in multimedia university. While working with Telecom, I want to jump to multimedia. So I went to see him. He's a very nice man. He's a true gentleman. The English term, gentleman. He's a true gentleman. And he is, I must share with you, he is one of the most brilliant men that I come across my whole lifetime. He's a very brilliant man. But life is all about luck. Sometimes you can be clever, but you're not lucky. Some people may not be that clever, but they're lucky. Life is like that. So sometimes I'm not that clever, but I was lucky. Don't fall into my face. Okay? So hidup tu macam tu lah kita. So yang bahagia Profesor Datuk Syaril dan juga barisan Timbalan Night Chancellor yang hadir hari ini, berterima kasih saya. Dan para dekan dan pengarah yang hadir hari ini, terima kasih juga. Dan saya nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada Profesor Rani. Saya pun kenal dia juga. Ini semua minta kerja dulu. Lepas minta kerja kat multimedia, saya minta kerja kat UTM. Twice I will have worked here. Tapi contract staff lah, because I finished my term kat University of Malaya. So I have a strong feeling for UTM. I think it's a very good university. I think the most important thing, it has a good location. Melaka is a very beautiful city. Kan? It's a historical city. Everybody wants to associate themselves with Melaka. So I came for a job. I got a job opportunity then because I got the offer Ulung, so saya terpaksa tolak lah dan minta maaf lah. Dan people melukiskan lah contract staff tak ada juga, mungkin saya kena buang pun. Dia ada problem dengan Profesor Ulung ni, dia ada warrant sendiri. Dia basically has a warrant given by the Ministry of Education. So we are being paid through the warrant, not from the university coffer. We don't take the university coffer money, it's from the warrant. So we got the warrant, and technically we can work for life, tapi depending on the Vice Chancellor. Walaupun technically the warrant does not have an ending date. So it's an open warrant that you can work for a long time, but bergantung pada Vice Chancellor. Kalau Vice Chancellor tak suka rambut saya, dia buang lah. Bergantung pada Vice Chancellor. Because Vice Chancellor ni tukar-tukar kita kan, susah kadang. One time we had the Vice Chancellor, dia policy, then Vice Chancellor ni dia policy. So you kena adjust all the time. Kita buat baik ke Vice Chancellor ni? Macam kita, macam saya ni, orang kontrak ni memang habis terendah sekali. The lowest among all the people in the university. Orang permanent lain, dia boleh marah Vice Chancellor, tak apa, dia kena do anything. To fire a staff in the government service is very difficult. That's really difficult. Macam saya, orang dia tak extend contract je. So kita kena buat baik dengan Vice Chancellor. Lalu Vice Chancellor kita kena buat baik je. Kata yes sir, you are very good, you are right sir. Itu kita kena buat, kan, terpaksa kan. So what I'm going to discuss this morning is a personal experience. Okay, really a personal experience. I'm going to share my personal experience. I went through hard time in life, a lot of hurdles, but sometimes hurdles make you stronger. Okay, sometimes without hurdles you find that things you get easy, you find that you cannot go very far. Sometimes you walk, you across the stream, naik bukit, hidup macam tu. Hidup kita always challenges. Sometimes can be personal life, your marriage, sometimes can be your children, can be your life. Semua ni challenges hidup ni. Tidak kita bukanlah sifat manusia. Okay? So I will run through my personal experience. I would like to share my experience. And you can put comment, you can ask questions. I'm very free with questions. Among with my students, I always prefer them to ask questions. Kita should have a new culture that always question. Dia tak mau ada culture dengar, dia tak mau question kan. Lepas tu balik dendam, lepas tu cakap dengan kedai kopi kan. Kita tak mau macam tu. Kita have any opinion, you address it in the right forum. Okay, in fact, when the talk was asked by Professor Rani, I think it's a personal experience. Sometimes I give a lot of talks, but a lot of talks I took from the website. Right? Sometimes how to be a good scientist, how to be a good leader. I give a lot of just type of general talk, besides scientific talk. Tapi for today, it's personal experience. So it's quite easy for me to give this talk. I will share my experience to you. Alright? So the most important thing that we have to understand, we are all academics. We are basically academic staff. Some of us are very lucky to see Tuhan dah pilih kita. Some of us are born to be a leader. Some are born to be a leader. Because kita ni kadang kita always try to groom up people. Kita ada orang kata this planning, the succession planning for staff. I think it's difficult to pick a person because all these leaders, talent, they are natural born. They will appear. They will just appear. You find out of 10 years, you find one good leader who will appear. For instance, contohnya Profesor Syarif. Natural born leader. They appear just like that. Kan? Kita tak boleh plan. All these things cannot be planned. Some are born leaders. Some are workers and so on. So kita ada mixture of workforce actually. So if you don't become a vice chancellor, don't feel discontent. Kerja pun dah pening. Vice chancellor kerja dia pening. Orang makin hambur all the time. Because I sit on the selection board. I sit on the selection board of like Kapankai, grade B dan C. And so I sit for 15 years. One the longest serving member of the selection board. So people come to apply, so on. Some are not happy. So lepas tak dapat dia maki vice chancellor. I always kata bukan saya, vice chancellor yang decide. Kan? We always feel, kalau tanya, always the vice chancellor, the chairman. Saya boleh berkata apa? Saya ikut je chairman dia. So people not happy. So become vice chancellor dia banyak problem. Even the vice chancellor banyak problem. But saya ni, saya punya nasib kurang baik sangat. Tak ada peluang nak become dekan ataupun vice chancellor. Tapi I make use best of my time. You see, not because to become vice chancellor, di mana chancellor sikit post dia, you boleh minta. I pernah apply, dia dapat, tapi tak dapat pergi. Tapi it's quite limited. So kita academic, we should not be hunting for post. We should be enjoying ourselves to do research, to teach. That is our main business actually. We should enjoy what we are doing. Jangan kita dapat nak yang di dekan, hambat-hambat di dekan, hambat di TNC. It's no point. Okay? I will share with you the rewards. The academic is a very strange profession. You can reach the highest as you can reach in the vice chancellor. Our skills are better. We can go as high as we want. And our posts are open posts. You must understand, academic is one of the service that is called open post. Open post ni tidak ada had. You can go daripada 52 naik ke 54, 54, VK7, VK6, VK5 dan sebagainya. That is open. Yang restrict you naik is yourself. It's not a system, it's yourself actually. So nobody restrict you to go until VK5 to grade house A. So dia punya benefit sama macam you dah impian nak jadi vice chancellor. Sama je impian je. Kan, tapi to me impian vice chancellor dia pening kan. Dia kena jumpa orang macam-macam keren lah. Sometimes you suka jumpa, sometimes you penat tu dengar orang komplain ni penat. Dia tanya Prof Syarif ni, dia penat dengar kan, asyik komplain, semua orang tak puas hati kan. No human will be happy and pleased. Basically human are like that. They're full of whining and complain. So dengar orang cakap dia pening. So kalau you tak become vice chancellor, become like me, life relax, life you enjoy actually. We travel, which I just came back from Faisal, UK, Korea. So tak ada restriction. I can travel as long as I have money. As long as I have grant, I can travel wherever I want in the world. So tak ada restriction. So life is beautiful. Life is good actually. So when I was working with Telecom Malaysia for the last 5 years, I was in the R&D. Telecom is a very good company in those days. I get tremendous amount of grant. Out of my life, saya bernasib baik. I never short of research funding. Somehow I never short of research funding. Somehow it happened. God has given me that opportunity in my life. It might not give me this, but give me something else. I get a lot of research funding. It's never short of. When I was in Telecom Malaysia, I got funding budget about 10 million a year. In my center, we have a photonic center under Telecom Malaysia, R&D division. I get yearly budget about 10 million. I think Prof Syarif pun, multimedia, must defend for his budget. Kita normally defend the budget because tak silap saya bulan 9. We present to the management of Telecom Malaysia the budget for next year. So bulan March, April we get a budget. That's how Telecom Malaysia works. So kita normally get a budget about 10 million. I have a staff, telecom staff, katakan about 15, 20, about 10 million. And it's a very generous funding. So I'm quite used to generous funding even in those days. I don't know about multimedia, tapi I was in telecom R&D under Telecom Malaysia itself. So the funding is much more direct compared to multimedia. Okay, so that was the part in my life that I was quite lucky in the stand funding. And I can do many things with the fund to do research and so on, hire people and publish paper. I will share with you how to go through life in this way. Give you an alternative. Outside the box. Kita kadang trap in the box kan. Kita kalau masuk universiti nak jadi ketua jabatan, tak jadi dekan, kita trap in that box because we are not civil servant. Working in the university, you are not a civil servant. We are badan berkanun. We are not civil servant. So kita punya standing is different from civil servant. Okay. So saya berikan some rough idea of how to get where you want to go in the near future. The most important thing, I give a very general opinion for this slide. All scientists should strive to become the expert in their field. That's very important. If you do PhD, you must strive to be the best in the world after 20 years. Not after 2 years. 20 years, you must be the best in the field actually. You must have the standing. People recognize you locally, nationally, and internationally. And the greatest reward for a scientist is to be recognized as a leader in their chosen topic. Eventually you find that people invite you for invited lectures, keynote address and stuff like that. The journey towards academic and scholastic excellence is not an easy one. It's not an easy, I must share with you, I spend a lot of time in the lab because I basically have no life. I don't have anything else to do. Kan? Masa muda, I enjoy a lot. I am a person when I was young, I really live my life to the fullest. I let you imagine when I say fullest. When I was young, I lived my life to the fullest. Because I grew up in PJ. Walaupun I was born in Alostar. I never really lived in Alostar. But my father is from Alostar. But my father from Penang, but they moved to work in Alostar. So I grew up all the while of my life in Petaling Jaya. So I know the history of Petaling Jaya, how KL transformed and how Petaling Jaya transformed. I can tell you all the history, Billion Section 9, Billion Section 9, I was there. So when I was young in town, we are exposed. Our lifestyle in town is quite different like what your children going to experience now. It's a different lifestyle. So kita enjoy. So fullest we enjoy, we do everything in town. So I enjoy much. I only realized about life, I tell you, when I was doing my undergraduate, I start to realize about life. Then I start to take life seriously. Sebelum tu I take life very lightly. I always enjoy. I love to enjoy actually. I'm basically of that nature. Tapi sekarang I'm more serious. I don't really enjoy very much. I spend more time to work because I don't have anything else to do because I've done them all when I was young. Okay? So it takes years of dedication and sacrifice, but culminates in a scientist being distinguished as an expert in their chosen field. Academic and scholastic excellence is not just about gaining new knowledge, but also to share the knowledge. You see, the most important thing that the young mind here, the most important are the young people today. They are the future in the next 30 years. They are the professor in UTM. What UTM will become in 30 years depends on the audience today. What UTM will become in the next 30 years is the audience today. So you are going to be the leaders of UTM in 30 years. You're going to lead. And one of you is going to become a vice chancellor. And nearly 3 or 4 will become a deputy vice chancellor. And you are the top manager that's going to lead the rest of the people in this university. So it's very important to be knowledgeable. That's very important. You've got to gain respect because you must be very careful. Academic world ni pelik sikit tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Semua ingat dah pandai. Academic world ni, you can ask everybody in this room. They will tell you, I can become a vice chancellor. What's so special about a vice chancellor? Everybody will feel that they can become a vice chancellor. That is academic world. They feel they are as smart as a vice chancellor, but you can never be as smart as Professor. Okay. But one thing it's true. I tell you, I talk to him. I know he's smart. Okay, bukan saya just want to flatter him. I have nothing to benefit. But I tell you the truth. That is the real truth I'm telling. It comes from my heart. Alright? I go to the next slide. The journey towards academic and scholastic excellence is a series of phases. Okay? Most of us, after having PhD, we feel that we should become a lecturer. You must understand, kalau kita dekat abroad, overseas, UK, Europe, America, what actually happened now, after PhD, just a license to drive a car. You need number of years to practice to drive the car. So normally in UK, Europe, all the Western country, even in Korea dan juga even China dan Jepun, they would require you to have about 3 to 4 years postdoc. Because the sense of maturity is very important. Maturity is extremely important. And responsibility. I will share to you tentang kenaikan pangkat hidup sebenarnya. At the end, I will tell you, because I am on the committee, I'll tell you how we are changing now. We are slowly changing our criteria that going to affect many people. Because maturity is very important. Now we discover we have to give people at the right age. You cannot give people too young or too old. At the right age is very important. So kalau kita tengok, as I did mention to you, people in other country, they will need about 3 to 4 years postdoctoral. It's the most, I'm telling you, the most important phase in your life is a postdoctoral position. You go anybody abroad, they will tell you the postdoctoral position is the most important phase, because that will strengthen, enhance your research competency. Having a PhD, that does not mean that you can do research, but you need more years to be a good researcher actually. So postdoc allow the time without any distraction. You can concentrate all the 3 years to do research day and night. That will strengthen your knowledge, the fundamental understanding of your field. It will strengthen. Eventually you become a very good scientist. So that is a very important thing. After your PhD, you become a senior lecturer. It's very distracting, I'm telling you. Because you have to teach. Buat admin, your head kata you buat ni, buat timetable. The first time you join the department, the first job they're going to give you is timetabling. When I first joined as a staff, I get a timetabling. Apalah kerja tu? The first time I work, because I came back during the time that I was on scholarship scheme from Mr. Mayor. I will stay as postdoc. Kalau I got the freedom, I will stay as postdoc. Believe me, I will stay for 3 years postdoc. Tapi I under contract, I have to come back. So as a staff, I start work. The first thing I do, buat timetabling. Kerja-kerja remeh-temeh. Tapi those days, let me share to you. I must tell you the beauty of olden days. Kita orang turis suka cakap benda yang lama. Basically that is when you talk about olden days, you are actually old people. You know, I started to work in 1983 as a lecturer. Dulu tak ada senior lecturer. You all lucky senior lecturer. I start as a lecturer. Dulu we start as a lecturer. After we go to spend 5 years before we get, dia kata grade G ni senior lecturer post which you are getting now. And you should thank the people like us who fought for you to get senior lecturer. Dulu kita start as a lecturer. Just a lecturer, 5 years more to become senior lecturer. Kita take a longer time to achieve where we are today. So when I start work in 1983, in those days, we are in term. Universiti Malaya in the term system, British system. So apa yang berlaku, kita ajar 3 term. Satu term 10 minggu, second term 10 minggu, and the third term 5 minggu. So we have academic year about 25 weeks. Lepas tu the 6th week, we have the 6th week of the third term examination. Examination will take us about 2 weeks. Then we do marking, then kita submit. Lepas tu kita virtually work about 5 months or 5 to 6 months. The rest 6 months we are so free, we tidur. And those days lecturer never come to work. I must tell you the story. I tell the truth. Sampai Uncle Aziz pening kepala. He has to make, he says, because kita nak more enforce. In fact, last time kita tak ada login system dan sekarang. He only say that he expect lecturer to come once a day to check his mail. Tu je he say. To check his mail once a day. Because in those days, it's all a lot of trust actually. Along the way, people abuse it. You have the clocking system. Dulu there's no clocking. I have to clock in. I just come, anak tak apa. There is no rules, hard and fast rule. But class we cannot miss. We have to teach, and that's where they catch you with the teaching classes. So life was good in the early years, about 5 years or whatever good. Tapi grant tak ada. Masa time tu, I tell you there's no grant. The grant came in, I'm telling you, I can tell you the history, in the 5th Malaysia Plan. At the end of 5th Malaysia Plan, grant, we start to initiate grant system. And I applied the first time. Then they keluar news, I applied the first time because I need the money. Because tak ada facilities kan, you come back in the empty lab, just what the people here come back to with that. It's new. Kan, it's a new culture. Basically, it's a new culture. Empty lab. I have nothing, I just makan gaji and do something else. I don't have to go into detail. But, you know, a lot of free time. There's a lot of free time actually. We only teach, we virtually work 25 lectures. And then our dekan say you cannot go more than 20 lectures because students will fail. Kalau bagi banyak sangat, dia student fail. So we only restrict 20 lectures, the whole period. That was in the early days, I share. But bila kita shift to semester, kita ada workload increases about 2 courses per semester. Eventually we teach about 2 courses per semester. So lab was not there. Apa yang berlaku in the 5th Malaysia Plan, I must share with you lah. Yang saya rasa terkilan sikit ya. Because you got PhD, you are very qualified people. You're basically a very qualified people. You got the highest qualification that the world can give to you already. Tapi sekali kita masih nak create a program yang kita kata mentor-mentee ni. Yang tu saya a bit terkilan. When I came back to work, no senior lecturer care about me. They couldn't care. They say there is your room, the head butler will show there is your office. That's it. Nothing. I have a table, phone, that's it. That's your business. Nobody going to care what to do and so on. Tak ada guidance langsung. I have to survive myself. And that makes you stronger. I'm telling you, those people who strive on themselves, they will always be stronger. They are not being lead or led by other people. They always get stronger. So have nothing, I have to apply my own. So with 5th Malaysia Plan keluar, I pergi ke ministry dekat KL dulu. Pergi jumpa dia, I can remember the political private secretary dia. I want to apply, kumpul form. Lepas tu first time apply, terkandah langsung. Lepas tu tak dapat information plan, but 6th Malaysia Plan, I start to better my application. I improve myself. Nobody teach me. Until today, nobody teach me. Nobody ever teach me how to do application. So I learned all by myself. Because you got PhD, my friend, takkan nak kena dia ajar lagi. Masa take back your PhD. You are the highest qualification actually. So saya buat sendiri. So eventually I get under 6 Malaysia Plan, I get 7, I got 8, I get all that. Until today, the last grant that I get that is finishing next month is LRGS. I got about 6 million. But of course, LRGS is a very complex grant. You got need partnership. Partnership ni susah nak manage. Jadi tuan-tuan dan perempuan, partner kan, isteri pun susah. Kita ada isteri pun susah nak manage. Kan? Bukan senang nak manage suami dan isteri. You have another human in your life. It's very complicated actually. Even yourself, you find you tak terurus rambut pun bukan singkat kan. So life is like that. Bila I have many projects that need partners, I find it's a hell actually. Always complicated because people are not committed. They want the money but they are not committed. They say, okay, I can do. Cakap memang boleh. Tapi bila the project run, nobody commit, duit. I don't know what they do and so on. So kita kena humble. Siapa dia punya PI for the program have to humble. Like now my LRJ, I have to humble all the publication of all the project I buat. Because I don't want to be embarrassed by the KPM. I terpaksa buat lah. Takkan I nak kata, buat ni tak buat ni, it's not very nice. We have to be gentleman. I try to be gentleman like Profesor. So I will pick up. So it's no harm. I will do extra work. It's quite okay. Alright. So jadi I want to share with you about grant. When you have partnership, it's very complicated when you have partners in the grant system actually. Alright. So dalam kita punya academic career, we have many phases, you know. I will go through all the phases. One is called the introductory phase, where basic knowledge is obtained. That's where you learn science, engineering, mathematics. The most important subject is maths, actually. Eventually now, to publish paper, you need good math skill, actually, because you need to do modeling. Most good journal, scientific report, IEEE journal, semua requires certain amount of modeling. You should be able to solve equation. Besides doing experiment, you should come up with a model. So math skill is extremely important. The next phase is called the specialization phase, where specific skills are acquired and sharpened. That's what you get in the first phase, and then you specialize, you sharpen your skill. The next phase is career phase, where you start to work as a young scientist. Seperti sekarang adik-adik, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, as a senior lecturer. That is a career phase. And then after that, after many years in the career phase, you start to begin to become a leader in your research area. Become a leader now. Okay, the beginning of the leadership phase. That is the beginning of it, where you become a leader. You command enough respect among your friend, your colleague. You get your own grant. Eventually, you become leaders. That is the most important part. This is the part where you become a professor. Right, is the most important part. Next is to strengthen your leadership. This is where you become senior professor, grade B dan A dan sebagainya. Then of course you can apply. Nobody restrict. To apply Ulung is open system. It's all in the website. You can apply. Anybody can apply for that matter. Alright, the distinguished academician and scholar phase. That is the last phase in life. Imagine the next after this scholar phase, the graveyard phase. When you got this, when you are in this phase, you know the deathbed is nearing already. Right? If you are in the career phase, you tahu lama lagi nak mati. Tapi this part, you know it's matter of years only. It's a matter of years. Okay? So we are on borrowed time. Alright? So now, let me go into detail and share. Everybody can put their comment if they can share their experience. This is my personal experience. But you, of course, you can share with me your experience. This phase represents the beginning of any scientific journey. Means scientific journey or scientific journey. Means that when you are young, you should know what you want to do. Okay? I'm very sure when you are young. I want to tell you the truth. Alright? I was from a technical school. I was from a normal school, but after my LCE, lower certification, I joined technical school. I wanted to become an engineer. I joined Technical Institute in Cheras. In those days, there are three technical institute. Satu dekat Kuantan, Surabaya, satu dekat Cheras, satu dekat Penang. Tiga je. Tapi now you have everywhere. Below only three. So when you do good result in LCE, we apply for Technical Institute. After Technical Institute, kita masuk Technical College to become engineer. Those were the older days of becoming an engineer. From Technical Institute, Technical College, you become engineer. Now Technical College become UTM sekarang. Then UTM jadi UTM. Kan? Kebanyakan UTM people give birth to many university technical colleges, kan? So, wanted to become engineer. So, when I joined the I have, because KL ni pelik, dia tak ada electrical. I was interested in electrical. If I have, if I have given a choice to do electrical, I would have stayed on as to become an engineer. Because there was no electrical course in Kuala Lumpur, Cheras. Dia ada dua je, mechanical and building. Building to become architect, civil engineer. And then mechanical. I was forced to do mechanical. I hate mechanical engineering. I really despise. Siapa yang mechanical, minta maaf lah. Aku find the most boring field is mechanical engineering. Kerja dia buat filing je. Kerja masuk kelas, duk far, duk buat micrometer lah, vernier lah. Kerja far, duk sengit je, sengit sana. Filing is not easy. You try to file a matter, you file, you tengok sana okey, sini tak okey. Sini okey, sana tak okey. Dah lama habis all the matter. Kan? That is mechanical. That is a really very difficult life. And then I have a finger that cannot take roughness. So I have blister on my finger. So I cannot do mechanical. But when it comes to lathe machine to do screw thread, I can do. but not filing, not making file. I find it's very, not say disgusting, but I feel so boring lah. Kan? Lepas tu do engineering ni must do survey. Kita kena do survey. Tengah panas kat ceras tu, you tuang kelas. So all the time bila survey, I tuang. I share to you lah. I'm quite a naughty person. Basically, I go to school, I enjoy my life. So bila survey ni, memang boring kan? Dia angkat chain survey. You pernah buat chain survey kan? Ada apa engineer semua buat tu chain survey. So, angkat chain survey, lepas tu pakai theodolite lah, macam-macam kan? Lepas tu drawing lah. Drawing ni, nak draw ni pun senang, tangan you kotor kan? Di kertas pun jadi kotor. Ada you really nightmare. I went through 2 years, form 4, form 5 nightmare doing engineering ni. Then I say lah, memang engineering ni, dia punya this stuff is really, to me I find it's a bit sickening. I say might as well I do science for it, I do physics. It was a choice. In fact, masa those days I can even do degree in engineering that if I want to. I take physics because it's a choice. It's a choice that I want to do. It's not because I cannot get basic. Not that I cannot get basic. In those days, my time, kerja pun senang, masuk universiti pun senang. Tak ada problem. You can walk in any university and any job masa that time. Petronas tu kat Jalan Kundu, dia ambil, dia masuk, dia ambil, start tomorrow, dia kata. A job was never an issue. So, when I do physics, I do because of the love for the subject. I like maths more, but physics allow me to apply equation into physical phenomena. Close to engineering, except I don't like to do all those things, drawing and so on. I don't like drawing lah. I cannot see. I have problem to see 3-dimensional. I cannot see kalau the drawing kena hide the screw lubang kat mana. I cannot see behind that. I have some problem with my brain that I cannot see 3-dimensional. So I find difficult interpretation. Okay, some people are cut for engineer, some people are not cut. Maybe I'm not cut to become engineer. So, just to share with you, the most important thing that I want to bring today at this slide, you must do because of your interest. A lot of people don't make it because they are not interested. Dia paksa buat. And they have no choice. Dia buat, paksa. Yang tu yang the beginning of all failures. I do this because I like. I like the subject matter. So I do physics, I do math. So that level you will learn best. The best time that you're going to learn is in your A level and matriculation. A lot of physics, a lot of maths are being taught in your Form 4, Form 5 and your A level. That is all your mathematics and physics. I'm telling you, all the phenomena has been addressed, has been taught to you at that level. When you go to the university, it's just the same concept. It's the same concept, but in more mathematical form. That's all. They use equation to illustrate the concept. But the concept has been taught to you in your A level. So to me, to become a good scientist, you've got to be very good, actually strengthen your knowledge at the matriculation. That is the most important period of your education. Okay? This is the beginning. To me, I consider this the beginning of any scientific or not any scientific journey. This is the beginning. Your A level. You must start at your A level. Here the student begins to learn science and maths well and gains the interest in this subject. Next phase after your A level is your undergraduate level, 16 to 18 years of age. At this level, the student will master maths and science, gaining deeper knowledge and the specialization into natural science, medical science or engineering takes place at this phase. This is the phase when you do your degree actually, your interest. The student will understand the principle of science well and learn more advanced maths techniques. Yeah, I want to stress to all the audience today, please do something that you like. And you will achieve so much more. You do something you like, because it becomes a passion. You do something that you don't like, you force yourself actually. So you do something that you like, it becomes a passion. It becomes a hobby. Minat dah. Once you minat ni, memang you can achieve. There's no restriction. The moon is within reach. Okay, so you must come with passion and interest. So this has to be cultivated at the young age, at your undergraduate, the interest in science. Sekarang tu buat sains terpaksa, tak ada. Now kita lost the number of science students, STEM students dropped to 20%, 25%. And most of the university in 15 years will close down because there's not enough science students. Mesti nak buat accounting dan law dan sebagainya. So I think what happened in school, we don't teach very well in school. The teacher doesn't teach very well, so people have lose interest. Tapi now I was being told by somebody, now to become cikgu, now they are very selective. They are very selective to become cikgu now. You must be the best student about, I think yang 8A, 7A to become cikgu. So we are slowly changing to Finland. Finland, the teacher is one of the best paid languages. So teachers are important to nurture the young mind in the future. That's where the future of the country is. Alright? You, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, are the important part of the country. So you going to nurture the young mind. The workforce of Malaysia in next 20 years, the workforce. So I'm telling you, your contribution is very significant. You mungkin tak lihat your contribution, it's fantastic. You train people to get a degree, they keluar, dia jadi engineer, lepas tu dia shape a company, they bring work to the country, 1 billion ke. You yang membangunkan negeri ini melalui student ni. Cuba you tak ajar, dia tak dapat contribute to the country. So these are big, very big contribution actually. You might not realize this, your contribution. Okay? So these are the important fields that I want to share with you, that we have to start as early as possible at the A level and also the undergraduate level. In this phase, the scientists begin to specialize and learn the unique skill that they will use throughout their career. After your degree, kita should encourage as many as we can to do postgraduate, because postgraduate education is very important. Kalau kita lihat, kita semua ada kat sini kan, ada PhD semua. Cuba you gambarkan dan bandingkan, membuat bandingan your knowledge after your PhD. Is it giving you a better understanding than your knowledge that you have acquired when you are first degree? You boleh buat bandingan. After PhD you faham lebih mendalam, lebih jelas you faham, fahaman jelas dan mendalam. So it's very important development of understanding of knowledge. So PhD provide you an important time to acquire knowledge in the most clearer manner. You can be experiencing knowledge at the highest level, understanding concept, do experiment, writing paper. These are the most important part. Why in our country we have this program, 15,000 PhD kita produce. I don't know, some large number lah. You want to produce as many PhD, because kalau kita tak ada orang banyak PhD ni, walaupun sekarang you must understand. Let me tell you about employment. Bagi you faham lah, jangan takut about employment. Dulu ni saya hiduplah lama lah. So I go through many cycles of bad time. Last time we produced too many lawyers. Orang kata, buat apa nak buat law, tak ada kerja. After few years, the job market open up again. Then we produce accountant. Banyak sangat accountant. Orang kata tak ada. Lepas 3-4 tahun, banyak. Now kita nak more accountant. Same thing with doctors. Every corner of the country you have medical school. Doktor sekarang nak jadi housemate pun susah. Tapi kalau you bagi lagi 3-4 tahun, kurang juga doktor. So same thing with engineers. Not that we produce too many, but after a few years we need more engineers. Same thing with PhD. Yang when I talk to MIGA people, why the big industry, very big industry in the US, Europe, they find difficulty to locate in Malaysia. Dia pergi ke China dan sebagainya dengan India. Sebab bilangan PhD China dan India lebih besar daripada kita. It's so much bigger compared to us. So they want the PhD workforce. If they want to locate high tech to the country, they need a bigger PhD workforce. So we should focus more on PhD production. That is very important for future industry. The future industry will require a deeper understanding of knowledge. So we have to produce a lot of PhD. So don't feel worried about student cannot get employment. Ini biasa lah, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Dia ada cycle, kejap tak ada, kejap ada, kejap tak ada. It's all cycling. So don't have to worry so much. Kita go through with it. InsyaAllah you can be always happy. So I want to emphasize the postgraduate is very important. The scientist picks a topic of interest and works towards understanding the subject well. That's where you understand the subject very well when you have a PhD. And reading well is a must at this stage with a lot of literature to cover. You got to read a lot. I want to remind the young people to become the future Ulung. Eventually you all can become Ulung, maybe maybe so. So the most important recipe, you got to read a lot. Tapi the problem dengan millennium ni, kebanyakan kat sini adalah millennial kan. Millennial ni kurang suka baca, dia suka handphone lebih kan. Tak tahu lah, saya pun tak bawa handphone, saya tak ada handphone pun. Jarang pakai handphone tu dekat Faizal sana. I jarang bawa handphone. Sometimes people want to contact me through email ataupun WhatsApp lah. I don't carry it. I find it's a very bulky device. It take up a lot of my pocket space. What's the point? You cannot find it. Very useless. Tunjuk keluar benda panjang je ni keluar poket. I find it's very ugly sight. So I don't really carry actually. If people want to contact you, you can. I'm very sure you are contactable. There are so many means to contact you. So the problem dengan millennial, mungkin saya silap, saya minta maaf kalau saya silap lah. Saya pun ni not so well informed sometimes. Orang millennial tak suka baca sangat. Dia suka tengok internet, Facebook, Twitter, dia suka macam tu. Dia suka interaction with machine, man and machine. Tapi orang macam umur saya suka baca. Because dulu time saya tidak ada machine, kita suka baca. So I'm telling you, I want to share with you, everybody here, it's very important to read papers. Not newspaper, but research paper. It's very important. I want to give you I want to share very sincere advice, a good practice. You can, if you try my advice, you take my advice, I'm very sure you can go a long way. What you can do, like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. You heard the phrase? An apple a day keeps the doctor. I'm telling you, a paper a day will lead you to a long way. Do one paper a day, because you read, you understand how people write, how the English are being constructed, how they present the graph, how they present the experiment, how they write the discussion, how they conclude. You, after a while, you become extremely good. Once you are good in publication, you can go extremely far. That's my sincere advice. Read a paper a day. Alright? Take my advice. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Take my advice. A paper a day. So reading well is a must at this stage with a lot of enthusiasm. The scientists also learn to understand the experiment and to excel in taking accurate measurement. Taking accurate measurement is very important. One thing that you should never do is try to fabricate results. Never ever. And do not plagiarize, because it takes you nowhere. You will ruin your reputation actually. Okay, do not plagiarize, do not fabricate results. Honesty is the most important thing. Alright? Get the true result. Because sometimes it can be a good discovery. Alright? Maybe you don't have to dream of becoming Ulung, you dream to become a noble life. Yes, insyaAllah you can become noble life. I'm telling you the truth. You are not far off actually. Tidak ada beza otak kita dengan otak Pak Saleh dan sebagainya. Alright? So, the scientists will also sharpen their writing skill. Publishing 3 to 4 papers during the PhD research is now the norm. This sharing my experience. So, masa you got PhD ni, you should target 3 to 4 paper a year. These are good cultures. Some of the local university here, they put criteria. Like submit PhD, you must have 2 papers. Some pakai Scopus, some pakai SI, depending on the top managers of the university. Tapi what they will try to do, try to build up the culture of publication. Itu je nak buat. Culture of publication. That's the most important thing. You must understand the culture of publication. So if you can do 3 to 4 paper a year to your PhD, you build up your writing skill. The most important thing to do experiment and to be able to write very well. Because writing well is very important. You got to acquire with time. Once you can write well, you can publish to good journals. So sometimes don't be over ambitious. A lot of people get disheartened. Dia dapat dia result nak hantar Nature. Nature will never take your paper. Dia tak kenal pun you. If you look at nature, normally they take a renowned scientist. The paper it comes from renowned scientist, or one of the member of the author are renowned scientist. Kalau you orang baru je pun, betul pun dia buat. Dia pun takut nak ambil, you know. Takut people fabricate result. So don't be over ambitious. Saya my advice you, mungkin saya minta maaf lah kepada top manager ya. I just sharing my experience. Sharing my experience. Saya minta maaf kalau saya kata mungkin tak sebetulnya sepatut dia kata. So don't go for top journals first. We try Q3, Q4. Apa nak rugi? To get it published only. And to build up the confidence. The most important thing is to build up the confidence. Kalau confidence you dicantas, you send nature tak dapat, send Q1 tak dapat, lama you give up. You tak mau buat lagi. Kata nonsense lah during academic ni. Tak pernah dapat papers. Lama you putus asa. Putus asa is the beginning of your downfall. The beginning of your downfall. So jangan ke tahap putus asa. So apa yang kita buat? Kita buat. Maybe kalau Scopus, buat Scopus dulu. Kalau you nak Q3, Q4, you buat. Tak apa. Dia bukan hina buat Q3, Q4. I'm telling you, let me tell you, I want to share with you. I'm telling you, this is the perception that has been going round the KPM and a lot of top managers. My forgiveness, Professor Sharif. Top managers, somehow they have some distorted view about publication. Let me tell you, the last 2018, the Nobel Prize in Physics, I met her in the Korean trip last week. Nama dia apa? This lady from Toronto. She got the Nobel Prize in Physics. Okay. The publication is only optics communication. There's only Q3. What time it was Q3. So tak ada mesti you must be in nature to have a Nobel Prize. But people recognize her work. People recognize because Mak Saleh ni they are more open. You go to Western culture, they don't talk about quanta. They never talk about Q1, Q2, Q3. They never talk. They ask which journal you where is your work. They just read the journal. So they took all the journal quite similar. Okay. For the young mind, I want to advise the young mind to start to publish paper in Q3, Q4 dan mungkin lepas 3-4 tahun, you naikkan taraf kepada Q2. Lepas 3-4 tahun, naik ke Q1. Lepas tu, you akan maju. Lepas tu, nature je pergi. Because next time, I'm very sure kalau Prof Syarif come back as a Vice Chancellor, dia put criteria to become Professor VK5, mungkin nature. I'm telling you. Because you must remember, nobody are gone forever. Macam apa ni, gambar apa ni, Terminator, I'll be back. I'm telling you, please remember this. I'll be back. Nobody are gone forever. Just trust me. You believe me this. You believe me. I think you will understand in few years time. What I say is true. You believe me. Nobody is gone forever. So maybe he put nature in next 5 years. So you build up your expertise. You build up. The most important thing apa I want to transpire today is to confidence. Yeah, I'm trying to do to you is to build up confidence. You start with Q3, Q4, tak kisah orang kata apalah Q3, Q4, tapi aku publish. Yang table nak kata Q1 sampai sekarang pun never see Q1. Sampai sekarang, a lot of people promise, you know. I gone through my life, I live long enough, I work in university about 40 over years. I see a lot of characters. I promise, I have a lot of good work. I'm going to publish Q1. Tapi sampai 4 tahun pun, you never see the Q1. But you publish Q3, Q4. Dapat output, people can evaluate you from your publication. So I want to bring an understanding to all the audience here. Build up confidence. Build up your own confidence. Your own confidence is the most important thing. After a while, I'm very sure, you trust me, you can publish Q1, no problem. Q1 ni tak bayar duit sekarang. Most of the Q1 are open access. Kan, akan bankrupt university. Yelah, university minta nak buat Q1, dia kena cough out the money lah. Because most Q1 are smart. they put as open access. Yang ada pun sikit yang K1 kata open access, very competitive. Kebanyakan open access. Okay, so I just want to share with you on the PhD is the most important period of the year. Alright? The next slide, the early career path, which I think a majority are here. Lecturer, senior lecturer, semua sekarang kerja senior lecturer, gaji kat 8,000 kat 10,000 gaji kan? Gaji senior lecturer sekarang 10,000 kan? Ha? 8,000, tinggi. I start kerja dulu 1,300, 1,400 je. I nak memberikan bandingan kepada you all. I hidup sengkek. I've been telling you, I have told you in the earlier my talk, I have gone through many turmoils, many obstacles, many difficulty. If I will tell you my story, you will cry out loud. Very difficult. I go through very difficult life actually. Tapi it's a challenge in life. Okay? I don't regret. It's a challenge. God has given me such. Gaji 1,400 je dulu as a lecturer. Nak makan pun miss. You all gaji kat 8,000 tinggi. You just imagine, let me tell you, I want to share with you, a lot of kita never appreciate our pay. Kita never appreciate being a senior lecturer, kita even tamak nak gaji lebih 10,000, nak become AP. Tengah nak masuk become AP straight. I tell you, siapa yang buat doktor, you know people who do medical, first thing they must be a very good student. They are basically, kalau public university, they are straight A student. Most public, they don't talk about the private university lah. Public university, we have only about quite a number of medical school. They are straight A student. Dia punya SPM mungkin 8A, 10A. Dia punya A level mungkin straight 4.0 flat. Dia masuk medical board, dia masuk the medical school. Belajar kat 5 term macam nak mati. Kau jumpa dia tengok orang belajar macam nak mati. Non-stop, pagi petang baca, pagi petang baca. Punya non-stop punya study. If you look at them, they study really hard. Kena ingat everything, your blood, your genes, semua dia kena ingat. Mampu otak dia. Dia kena ingat. You look at you, if you have friend or you have sister, anak yang buat medicine, you can see how they work is tremendously more than you, maybe about 10 times more. Lepas 5 tahun, houseman 2 tahun. After houseman 2 tahun, you tambah 5 campur 2, 7 tahun. Medical officer baru 41. Baru 41. Kalau dia dah sampai after 2 years SFO, dia go to 44. That's all they get. Gaji kat 3-4 ribu. Next doctor kerja macam nak mati, jumpa patient for 100 per day. You go to community, they see 100 patients. And they are the worst paid people. After 7-8 years, you sama juga 3-4 tahun campur 3 tahun 7 years, you get gaji 8,000. Dia gaji 3-4 ribu je. Cuba you beza. Cuba you gambarkan. Cuba you reflect back what you are getting. It's so comfortable actually. Kenapa kita dapat gaji banyak, kita tak mau kerja kuat? Yang tu the most important thing. We are being paid well. Suddenly we find, hey, the government owe me this salary. I don't have to work so hard. I think it's wrong. If you look at the medical people, they work day and night. Kau tanya dia, kau kena pening. Hari Sabtu, Ahad, bini pun hilang, bini pun lari, suami pun lari. You know, because their work is stressful. They have to sit down, see patient. Kerana patient ni pelik. Komplain ni, komplain sana. Lepas tu sampai malam-malam on call. Tapi gaji 3,000 je. You ask your friend. I'm sure you all have friends. You all have friends here. You ask them. Faizal and wife doctor, so I know a lot from Faizal and wife. So you can ask your friend actually. So bila kita get 8,000, we should appreciate. So kita ni responsible to work hard. At least you give some time in your research. Bila you give your time in your research, you improve your ability. The first important thing, you improve your understanding of the subject matter. You really akan faham. Bila you ajar student, you ajar from experience, bukan book. Experience. Ya dia boleh buat, dia tak boleh buat, dia boleh buat. Experience. That's how we learn. That's how the student will benefit from the knowledge. And that gives them a clearer understanding of study. And they will enjoy. Kalau dia belajar from your experience, they will enjoy more. Baca buku je tak apalah, cikgu baca buku. Saya internet ada depan saya. So sharing experience is the most important thing. So you have to teach for experience. And how do you get experience? Do research. Why must you do research? Gaji lumayan. Kan, gaji banyak 8,000 kan? Lepas 2-3 tahun jadi 10,000, ya. Jadi sebagai satu barangan lah. Minta maaf lah kalau saya singgung hati orang. Because I think some of us are being paid well. Kalau you tengok at the market sekarang with the bad economy, orang kat industri kena bangun dia. Mas ni dia nak close down mas. How many people going to be out of job? Bank CIMB, they do periodicals. You ask people working CIMB bank, they every 3 months they go VSS. A lot of the companies going to shut down. And kita in university, we are quite comfortable. So kita should be responsible, work harder and try to make the money work. Okay? So these are the important points that I want to raise to the lecturer and senior lecturer. They are in the age group of 28 to 35. Alright? The scientists become a lecturer, a senior lecturer. At this point, the scientists can continue their current research or embark on a new field of research. Now, I want to tell you, for those people who got PhD, bila you dapat PhD, you tak mesti nak continue your PhD work. PhD ni macam driving license, it's purely driving license. They give you a license to perform research, and the research that you do is certain topic that is being chosen or being given to you by your supervisor. Tak mesti you bawa sampai dunia akhirat, kan? So that particular topic you can change after your PhD. You say, aku tak mau buat lah benda ni jemu, aku nak buat lain. You want to do something else. So by all means go ahead, because you can do maybe great discovery. The most important thing, please, I want to repeat 1 million times. 1 million times I want to repeat. Please do something of your interest, and you will definitely have great discovery. Because the most important thing yang we require is passion. Minat yang sangat penting tu. You buat benda yang tak minat, memang you takkan achieve. Okay, you can change the topic because you have the license to do the research. Sometimes you should not work on the topic similar to what you have done in PhD. Sometimes you forever become obligated to your former supervisor. Macam kahwin apa ni? Apa tu? Macam tali yang you always have a string attached to your supervisor. It's very bad. You potong tali itu. Be on your own. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of people attach to your former supervisor all the time, and that prevent great discovery. Kalau dia akan buat benda yang sama supervisor buat, kalau sebetulnya dia sengit, dia pun sengit tadi. Sama sengit, aduh. So to prevent that, I was always advise everybody after your PhD, release yourself away from the supervisor. Do something different, because you must be the master of your own destiny, not your supervisor. Must be the master of your own destiny. Alright? This is a very important point for the young staff, 28 and 35. This is the most important period. I'm telling you, period ni yang hampir penting. Kebanyakan kita kat sini umur ni lah. So kita work hard. After 5 years, you become AP. AP gaji kat 15,000. Kan? Bukan AP gaji 15,000. I think somebody was telling me 15,000. I don't know, I pun tak ingat anak gaji dulu. I gaji masa time dulu, gaji saya kecil-kecil semua. 1,400, 3,000, 4,000, apa tak ingat gaji dah. Because too small to remember. Yeah. It's so embarrassing to share with you. So embarrassing to share. You all gaji kat 15,000, I dulu gaji 3,000 je. So embarrassing to share. So I'm not sure, but somebody was telling about 15,000. So kalau I and the young people here, I invest 5 tahun. Memang kita ada anak, bini nak jaga kan. Tengah tu ada isteri nak kena masak dengan suami. Lepas tu suami masak kat isteri. Nak kena nak basuh baju isteri, sidai baju, ambil anak. Kita so busy building up families actually. But we have been paid. You must remember, you have been paid by the country to develop science, to develop research in the country. Tapi what actually happened, you spend more time trying to do all the domestic issue actually. Macam tak kena lah saya. Saya nampak macam tak kena. Saya nampak macam, bukan saya, I'm not a boss lah. I tak ada tradisi, I tak kisah lah. Tapi macam tak kena. I kat jabatan ni, kaum hawa makin banyak kan. Pasal saya kat jabatan tu adalah kaum hawa, tapi tak banyak sangat, mungkin 4-5 orang lah. Kalau kita punya bilik, I give you an example. Today is sharing experience. I'm sharing my thoughts now. Okay, I will talk something off the internet, I will share my thoughts. Apa yang berlaku masa I was staff, kita punya office block, one block je tu. Lepas tu ada koridor, bilik lah. Okay, so some lecturer here, some lecturer duduklah bilik kan. We have a single room. That time we have got a single room. We don't share room. We have a single. And the room are quite big. It's very spacious. I think from this end to somewhere around here. It's quite a big room we have. So it's an old building. We have our rooms are very generous, very big room. So adalah staff perempuan. I tengok staff yang hawa dia, staff lady lecturers. Kita ada lady lecturers. Kita bukan bayar. Kita suka lady lecturers. So we have them. Now UM say they are so good. We should make ladies become top managers. And UM are run by ladies top manager now. Semua men is going to be extinct. Eventually, we have to dig them. Have to select ni, cari mana lelaki ni, hilang ke mana. All UM punya top managers, I'm telling you today are ladies. Actually all ladies. So I don't know what happened. So apa yang I want to share with you. When I was a youngster, umur 26, 27, I tengok lah, dia bukan bilik kan, satu bilik. You nak cari the female lecturer at work is impossible. Dia akan ambil anak dia, akan buat dia semua. Lepas tu ada yang teruk sikit, tapi semua teruk lah. I share experience. Bawa anak kat office. Ambil anak kat sekolah, letak kat bilik office. Lepas tu anak tengah duduk kat office sampai petang. Jemu kan, keluar pintu, lari around the corridor, naik bicycle. Tengah tu naik bicycle around the corridor. Punya pelik, I think is not professional. Basically, it's not professional. You have really gone overboard. If you do that, you have gone overboard. I'm telling the truth lah. Because it's not fair to the taxpayer. They expect you to work, not to bring your family to the office and let your kid roam around. Setengah tu dekat kapak nak bicycle, aku pun pening. Kalau nak tegur gaduh pula. Biarlah tutup mata tengok apalah macam ni. But this happens rampant even now still. I think this had to be put a stop. I don't know. My sincere apology. I minta maaf semua macam ni lah. Tapi that's not a work culture. It's not a work culture. Work culture kalau you go to industry, dia tak buat macam ni pun. Dia akan buang je semua, dia buat macam ni, dia buang je besok je. That's not work culture. Kan? Not a work culture. I think we should put stop to this type of work culture. It's not healthy. Kalau orang tengok, orang public tengok, orang pun akan komen dari newspaper. Mana kita ni? Kita public servant buat macam ni, datang kerja buat anak, memang tu. Nak buat anak boleh lah, sebulan sekali, bukan tak boleh. Janganlah buat dia setiap hari. Because like main kat koridor pula tu, bising kat tu kan. Okay, these are the work. I just want to give you a mindset. Because I want to nurture you to become the future VK, Lima dan Ulung. So you have to strengthen your lifestyle. Okay? Make sure your lifestyle doesn't fall into this type of category. Memang saya ni minta maaf. Memang family is important. I never ever say family is not important. It means family is the heaven in any man's world. Okay? So it's very important. Tapi kita kena balance lah. Make sure that kita time work, time family. Okay? That's very important. So this period, 28 to 35 is a very important period. This is where you build up your publication. I give you some idea of the publication. Although at this stage, high numbers of publication are not expected because you are just senior lecturer, try to hit a target of 3 to 4 publications a year. Sorry, 4 publication a year, not 2 years. A year should be targeted. You should go for 3 to 4 publications a year. Okay? I will tell you why. You akan lihat bila at the end of my slide. I will tell you why this number all come about. Yang saya pasti akan berlaku kat UTM lagi 10 tahun. The wind blow. It start from somewhere, the wind blow. eventually the wind going to cover all the university. The wind start blowing again. It will cover all the university. So I will tell you now, better plan now. You plan 3 to 4 publications a year. It will help you in terms of increasing your number eventually when you come to at a particular point in your life. So these are the important parts. We should be filled up by postdoctoral, but you have the opportunity to serve the university at a very young age. I think it's alhamdulillah. You get to become a senior lecturer, gaji kat 8,000, have a nice house, nice family. So I think we owe the community back. Kita perlu make sure that we become very clever, we become good, and able to teach our students very well. The most important thing, able to teach our students well. That is the most important commitment that we are all here. We are here, we get paid for what? To teach our students actually. We have to teach them well. Alright? This can only be achieved if you spend a lot of time in the lab to build up your understanding of basic knowledge. The next important phase, the mid-career phase. Setengah orang boleh sampai kat mid-career phase, dia tukar bini. Mid-career phase ni, bila gaji bertambah 15,000, kan, dulu 8,000, dah okey. 15,000, okay. Let's look for something new in life. Nah, just joking only, okay? I'll tell you, they will pay a man high enough. They will do something stupid. Okay? You'll always try to restrain them, keep them down. Bagi gaji cukup so that they won't do stupid things. Bagi down gaji lebih, they will do a lot of things. Okay? So, mid-career phase is the associate professor phase. After senior lecturer, the next important phase, I'm telling you, to build up your ability, ni, associate professor ni. Very important phase. Tengah orang don't think very seriously about associate. Semua nak fikir nak become professor. Associate professor ni important. They in between of becoming a professor. That's where you become professor. You bangunkan diri sendiri at this phase. Build up your competency. Yang saya nak emphasize here is competency. Then pada peringkat associate professor, you can build up your competency. You will strengthen. You start senior lecturer, you strengthen your ability ke tahap associate professor. You strengthen it. And you become mantap. Sometimes you become professor, tapi professor orang kata, oh tak ada kan cakap macam ni. So kita tak mau itulah. Kalau boleh kita dah become professor yang very good, yang very competent. So this is an important phase. Associate professor are the age of 35 to 40. Alright, ini normal age, but setengah tu yang very bright tu, they go at a very young age. I go normal age. This is my age that I go through. Okay, so I don't go express class. I'm not as bright lah. I did make a self-confession, just not as bright as Profesor. I make a self-confession. So tapi this is the age that people normally achieve. Alright, okay. So they are about 35 to 40 years of age. This is the beginning of the leadership phase. Now the scientists will start working as a team together with the younger staff. Now is the beginning of forming a team. Mula-mula young lecturer, you alone, macam ayam tak demak. Pusing, you campur dengan kontur, nak buat ni, buat semua nak buat. After 5 to 6 years, you eventually discover the direction. You akan dapat direction juga. And this phase, as associate professor, you become to build up to become a leader. You start to become associate. You ada, adik saya ni ada 2 staff baru masuk ke ini. You masuk untuk saya. You start to become leader. You are the leader, associate, but you have 2 senior lecturers with you. And then you can have 1 or 2 postdoc. Now what actually happened? You form a team. So dari seorang senior lecturer, you dah bangun diri sendiri kepada satu kumpulan. You become a team. Team is very important. To move further, you require a team. You require a team to achieve further. So at this phase, you have a team that work together with younger staff and students. Building up networking is also important. Many associate spend time to attend conference. So this are the period of time you go to conference because you dah banyak paper dah. Paper dah mungkin dah, kalau 5-6 tahun kali dengan 4 katakan kat 20 dah, 30. So you are known tadi, people kenal. Oh, tuan ni, prof ni, very good ni. We invite him. So you start to go to conferences. So now people will know you further. A lot of people will start to know you, kenal dengan you. Hey, prof, can I work with you, prof? What's your opinion about this? People ask questions. But apa your pandangan? Can I work with you? Can I join grant with you? Can I apply grant? So you become known. The beginning of being known. So associate professor. So people start to talk to you and write emails and sebagainya. Alright? So building up networking is very important. Many associate professor spend time than professor. Around this year, around this period, I would like to suggest, mungkin, I don't know whether you want to agree, you nak marah lah. Your publication should ramp up now. From 3 to 4, mungkin 5 to 6. Ramp up 5 to 6. Okay? 5 to 6 lah. I think it's doable. I will tell you why it's doable actually. Once you dah build up your senior lecturer punya position, you have a networking sebab you dah ada orang kerja dengan you dah. You dah ada 2 young lecturer, katakan 1 postdoc, 3 pancai. 3 pancai. Kerja pancai. Kau punya kerja ni 2 paper. Kau punya kerja 2 paper. Kerja kau 2 paper. So you dapat 6 paper. You tauke dah. The beginning of becoming a small tauke. I'll tell you about the big tauke pula. Okay, they were actually ripping off profit really. So these are the beginning of becoming more organized. These are called organized. You start to organize yourself. You have young lecturer, postdoc working with you, and you multiply. So having that structure, I'm telling you, you can get 5 to 6 people a year easily. If you have student, you have that type of opportunity is there at your doorstep. Quality also becomes important. This is when we talk of quality. Earlier I say you don't have to worry so much about quality. Get it published, always get it published. Quality also becomes important. Aim for Q1 ranked journals. Through Q2, though not so true, though Q2 and Q3 journals are still acceptable. Okay, my apology about the spelling. Though Q2 and Q3 journals are still acceptable. Got this slide been done by Macai lah. So I don't have the ability to check the spelling. My apology is called though, not true. Okay, because we have a big group, so after a while, like Prof. Syaril, I mean, people like us, we ask people to do that. So sometimes, when we check, it's important to check. Sometimes you rush, you don't have the ability to check. Okay, my sincere apology. Alright? The next phase is the leadership phase. It's called the professor phase. The scientist is now an expert in their chosen field. Normally the age of the professor about 40 years old and above. It's about the age lah. Kebanyakan. Yang ni yang 40 years ni yang performer. Yang tak perform mungkin tak achieve the age. So on average those who perform maybe about 10-50% akan umur 40 become professor. That is the age that they will get. Normally kebanyakan jatuh pada lingkungan umur macam tu lah. You can make a survey of all the university, 20 university in Malaysia. You can lihat dia pattern. Pattern seperti itu, about 40 plus. Okay, the scientist now fully in that particular phase, no longer working alone. The scientist leads a team of researchers. Now he has a team already from the AP, ranging from student to associate. Now in the team, he will have 1 or 2 associate professor. Now he has a bigger team. Okay, yang lecturer tu dah become senior lecturer tu. Dah become associate, dia associate become professor. So you build up the strength of the team now. Alright? And then you take some of us, kita always hantar people slap scheme dan sebagainya. There are still new lecturer that comes back, join your team. So you akan daripada 3 akan bertambah jadi 5 dan 6 orang. Dah besar team dia dah, 5-6 orang dah. Okay? Each undertaking different levels of research. At this point the scientist is more a mentor and leader, guiding student supervision, building national networking. The most important thing is national networking and linkages and undertaking joint publication. Eventually you want to have joint publication. Why is very important? Kalau you tengok ranking Myron, Ha? Bukan Mairun, Maira. Ha? Maira ni, dia kalau you tengok ranking yang kita, yang UM ni, dia bergantung pada QS. Orang kata, apalah QS ni, dia buat about times. So, kita bergantung pada QS. Sebab QS is very convenient for us. So, you always take a system that is your convenient. So, kita bergantung. So, if you look at this ranking, eventually you cannot run from ranking. Sebab ranking is here to stay actually. Sebab people want to know where you stand actually. Are you pandai kat mana? How good is your university? They want to know. So ranking is there actually. So bila kita buat the ranking, the marks are given in joint publication actually. You must remember, networking is very important. Marks are given. Joint publication is very important. I'm telling to you, there's one good book written by Lee Kuan Yew. Setengah tak suka sebab you orang Melaka patut pergi orang Singapura lah. Kalau Singapura, Melaka is very close to Singapore kan. They are straight settlement people. So Lee Kuan Yew tulis, no man is an island. It's a very good book. So my advice to you, now you have come to the stage of AP Professor, you should do collaboration with all the other universities. You must have networking with other universities. Jangan duduk in a particular UTM je. Kena ada networking. Sebab networking allow you to apply different type of grant. International funding, NRGS, there's industry partnership, macam-macam give you some opportunity. So it's very important networking dan juga joint publication. This give marks to the university. At this point, the scientist is able to publish. Ada tambah sekarang 6 to 8 article a year in Q1 and Q2. 6 to 8. Alright? Then the next one that dekat habis ni, I give you, I will tell you what happened to how we change our criteria. Next is your senior. These are called academic and scholastic excellence phase. The effort and sacrifice of the scientists that accumulates in the final phase, academic and scholastic excellence. Senior professor are normally about 45 sampai 50. They become on grade house B dan grade house A. About the age lah. Setengah tu above 50 lah, setengah tu above 50. Tapi orang kata around this age, ada opportunity to get grade B dan grade A. At this point, the scientist looks toward growing human capacity. Now they are more focused on human capacity. Now their outlook is different. Not only publication, but to train the younger people to become highly competent. Dia punya minat is different. The contribution to the country now, human capacity and new knowledge. They become leader of new knowledge, new invention dan sebagainya, guiding the large research group under them. Now, the scientists will work towards expanding the breadth of a new knowledge. Dia akan kembangkan lagi besar knowledge dia, while at the same time deepens their understanding. Breadth and depth. At this age, dia dah become senior. Dia akan kembang knowledge dia akan widen dia punya knowledge, dia akan buat katakan engineering, dia buat engineering dan plant. Pokok, ada tak engineering pokok. So, dia breadth become wider, at the same time, it also deepen the understanding. Right? At this level, they are different, they are more like philosopher. The scientists will be considered a leader nationally or even in the region and focus on building linkages and network with other research groups. Why I raised in the publication? Every university has criteria for the promotion. Dia got JKP, Jawatan Kuasa Kenakan Pangkat. Normally checked by the Vice Chancellor. Kalau dia Profesor, check by the Vice Chancellor kalau VK7. Kalau VK6 dan 5, check by the Vice Chancellor juga. Ahli JKP lain untuk jawatan kuasa untuk pangkat B dan A, dan ahli jawatan kuasa untuk VK7 lain. Untuk AP, chairman are the TNC Academic. So different. So apa yang berlaku bila kita ni ada new Vice Chancellor? Dulu ada Vice Chancellor lama tukar baru kan, kita angin tukar kan. Kalau Vice Chancellor masuk, dia nak buat benda baru kan. Dia mesti nak buat benda baru selalu. Dia tak mau ikut Vice Chancellor. Dia kata kau ni tak ada idea lah kau ni, mengikut dia. So our Vice Chancellor came in Apa yang berlaku jadi dia tengok. Universiti Melayu Profesor A ni sampai berapa Faizal? A berapa? 17. Kita bilangan A is 17. B berapa Faizal? B is 25. Because kita doing the revamping the I the chairman revamping the criteria actually. We revamping the criteria. So B about 23. A 12. B 17. A 12. B 17. C 200. 200 C besar. Bila the vice chancellor datang, dia panggil saya, lihat balik kenangan pangkat ni. Kenapa A banyak sangat? Dia kata sebab dia daripada UTP kan? Daripada UTP dia kata dia profesor seorang dia. Sampai kata saya sampai 12 terkejut dia. Orang sampai 12 dia kata lihat balik. So dia kata saya nak kurangkan. Yang saya nak sekarang dia bagi some idea diamond. These are company people. I don't know lah company people. Minta maaf saya jangan you cakap dia pula. We only company people. In the company dia punya structure of manpower is different from us. Kita ni piramida. Kita base besar, atas kecil. Kita actually a pyramid. Academic dan like that. Tapi dalam syarikat, especially company like Petronas ni, dia produce for Petronas. Dia diamond shape macam diamond shape. Dia media management besar media management dia. Atas kecil lah, bawah pun kecil. Dia buat, I don't know lah, that's how his structure. So dia kata kita nak banyakkan associate professor and professor dan kurangkan yang grade B dan A. Saya pun buat lah. I don't know, present dulu. I present to him a few times, but next week I'm going to present again to him. And then also adalah TIC academic not very happy. Dia ada macam tasa or ideas kan. So it's a very big change. Our normal criteria for B berapa lah? About 60. For B I think about 60 paper. I think about 40 paper for B. I saw paper 40. Lepas tu A about 60-70 lah for A. Kita tengok few things je, kita tak tengok semua. Pening ada kat meeting tengok semua ni kan. Memang susah tengok semua. Kalau meeting kadang tengok buat 8 orang 6 orang dalam 2 jam. Tak boleh nak tengok semua. So our key points are publication, student supervision, and then grant money. How much grant money you bring in? We pay attention on grant money. Kalau kau tak ada grant, kau jangan harap lah. We look at grant money. So grant, student, PhD, kita tak tengok master pun, PhD, grant and the publication. 3 je kita tengok, kita fokus on that. So dia nak tukar, sekarang kita tukar. Untuk B kita tambah apa? 160 lah. B paper 160 kan? 100. For B kita tambahkan 100, more than the double. Untuk A kita tambah tu 170 lah. Ha? Yang buat dia Faizal 100 120 kita tambahkan. Itu yang I plan for you. Because eventually kalau UM implement, dia akan cuba pakai, KPM akan tengok. Eventually the wind will start to blow. Because we are revamping on our criteria. Because you know why we have to revamp. Let me share with you why kita revamp. I must share with you lah. You buat student PhD kat UM ni, dia on the average kalau buat science engineering dia paper is about 8 10 every. Kalau last time mungkin sikit, tapi now most of the young lecturers, senior lecturers are getting paper about 30 lah. On the average, kita can study from our web site. Faizal akan study, tengok. On average about 30. Takkan nak become AP gunakan skill lama 15. Semua akan dapat AP. So we have to change the bar every few years because orang bertambah, dia punya publication akan bertambah. So kita ingin tambahkan kepada weight dan kita share with you sebab kita nak, sebab dia kata patut small group of people. Tapi yang anak kongsi yang dapat banyak A kat Universiti Melayu ni ialah daripada medical faculty. Kita medical ni besar. Kita staff medical faculty lebih kurang 600. They are the biggest faculty, 600. Kalau you campur dengan the pharmacy school, that's why they can go to roughly 800 lah. They are very big medical school. Now they are going to start Health Wellness Center. It's very big medical center, very big, huge, the biggest medical center in this country. So very big. Tapi lain-lainnya fakulti kecil, macam engineering Muhammad 120. Engineering apa? 180. Small. So yang A tu yang banyak dekat medical. Kalau engineering yang ada A seorang je, science pun seorang. It's not that many. So kita nak lihat balik. Sorry. Kita nak lihat balik, especially medical, because medical ni dia punya bilangan dia besar sangat. Okay, so just to share with you, itu sebab kenapa saya katakan yang pada yang muda sekarang, bilangan paper ni dia bukan minta maaf lah puan saya ni. Tak boleh lah. Okay. Yang saya bagi, yang I inform you, this could be your future actually. So bila you buat AP, you kena increase your publication dan sebagainya. Alright? Untuk the future, mungkin tak sekarang, tapi 15 tahun dia akan slowly tukar dan sebagainya. Alright? So as I did mention just now, kalau you lihat balik tentang untuk senior dan professor, you have to be internationally now. You must have an international standing. Alright. Now untuk distinguish academician, apa yang dia lihat dan scholar, is among the highest achievement for a scientist, senior and a professor, umur lebih kurang 60-70 tahun. The scientist is now globally recognized as a leader in their chosen field. The scientists become the authority in that particular field, with young scientists around the world looking towards the scientists for guidance. The scientists will focus on international networking and linkages. Many others would welcome the opportunity to collaborate with the scientists. The scientists will be regularly invited to deliver invited talks, keynote, plenary talks, as well as chair many research groups and task forces worldwide. And I would like to thank you tentang itu lah. So we can open for questions. Apa yang ada soalan? Okey, dah habis dah? Dah ni dah nak bantai ke? Dah okey dah? Okey. Okey.
Okay, terima kasih yang berbahagia Prof Ulung di atas pembentangan di sebentar tadi. So kita ada kesempatan yang begitu baik ini untuk kita berkongsi dan juga bertukar-tukar pendapat dan pandangan atau kalau ada soalan. So kita buka, kalau sekiranya ada soalan-soalan yang nak dikemukakan atau ulasan dan sebagainya. Jadi makluman berbagai Prof Ulung kita di UCAM ni, kebanyakan yang hadir pada hari ini adalah pensyarah-pensyarah muda dalam lingkungan umur 30-an ke 40-an sehinggalah ke profesor. Saya kira profesor daripada pensyarah kanan, Profesor Madya, Profesor C, B dan A. Semua kategori ada. Ramai dengan tak ramai ke. Dan untuk makluman yang berbahagia Prof Ulung juga, kita di UTM ni, mungkin ini satu persoalan juga sebab banyak kriteria yang telah disebutkan tadi. Cuma di UTM ni kita dari segi PNP, pengajaran kita agak beban mengajar tu kita besar. Satu minggu barangkali ada yang sampai 20 jam ada. About that. Macam yang servis lah, yang servis mungkin lebih. Macam yang so di Universiti Maya barangkali bagaimana sharing kalau kita boleh tengok. Ya.
Staff UTM bergerak di mana saya? Kita bergerak
Tak dengar.
Yang saya dengar. Yang saya maksudkan tadi, yang besar tu medical faculty. Kita Universiti Malaya ni asal usul bermula dengan medical faculty. Kan dia start daripada Singapura. Datang medical faculty lebih kurang bilangan staff 600 sebab sebahagian tu servis hospital. Very large number the medical doctor. Lepas tu bilangan before I give you the answer, bagi saya peluang untuk sebelum saya sampaikan answer saya bagi a bit long walk sikit nak bagi faham. Okey. Macam kalau you tengok kat medical faculty, dia lebih kurang 600 staff. Dia ada one program, katakan MBBS program. Dia 5 tahun. I don't know how many courses dia do per year, tapi kebanyakan dia punya lecturer share courses. Dia mungkin ajar 3-4 lecture dalam mungkin 10 ataupun 8 lecture in per semester. They go by the lecture. It's difficult to track the medical people. They are very elusive people. They are very smart. They only very strong fraternity. They are very smart people. So yang kita buat lecture, dia macam dia hanya 8 lecture semester. Tapi dia kata tak banyak saja. Dia kata buat round, bedside manners, macam-macam dia kata. Dia buat kerja. Tapi yang kita dapat track oleh sistem buat lecture. Lepas tu you go to the engineering school dan sebagainya. So on the average ni, masa 4 tahun yang lepas, kita ada program research tracking system. I'm not sure about UTM. Kita along the way, kita last 3 years kita buat tracking system. Tracking system kita ada a few track. One is research track. Then they call it standard track. Then they have teaching track. And then they have the medical track. So bila you ambil the research track, you ajar satu kursus 1 tahun. Kalau you ambil standard track, you ajar 3 kursus 1 tahun. Bila you ambil research track, your publication, walaupun you ada 1 kursus 1 tahun, your publication akan bertambah. Become double, maybe about 3 to 4 paper a year. Right? So teaching track tak payah nak buat publication. Dia ajar banyak. Dia mungkin 4 kursus per year. So dia bergantung of the tracking. Tapi it's a good idea, a very good idea on paper, Prof dan tuan-tuan dan sekalian. It's a good idea on paper. Memang paper nampak cantik lah, molek. Ada track ni, ada track tu. Tapi bila nak buat implementation, memang ranap lah. Because ketua jabatan dia tak kisah kau research track ke, kau tak nak kau ajar lah 3 kursus bagi kau. The issue, implementation issue. Idea is good. We started the idea. Tapi bila implementation now become bercamuk sah. So semua ajar sama lah. So it's difficult to implement tracking sebab implementation issue. So on the average kat Universiti Malaya kita ajar 3 kursus 1 tahun. Kita ada 2 semester. Katakan you ada 42 jam kali dengan 3, so 120 hours in all. So I'm not sure whether the workload, kalau workload kita roughly kita teach about 6 hours a week. 6 hours a week.
6 hours a week.
I'm not sure you why. Tapi kita you kena faham juga tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sebab kita universiti tua kan, kita more stabilized, mature, the manpower all in place. Lepas tu kan naik chancellor dan sebagainya, kita cuba kurangkan bilangan kursus. Kita throw away some program yang tak ada student, kita close the program. Kita have the initiative to close program. Dan kalau program tu ada 500 student, kita close dan sebagainya. So kita kurangkan lebih elective. So that kita maximize the manpower. So the manpower ni, kalau kita nak maju sebagai satu universiti, kita kena optimize the manpower. Kalau kita ada staff, katakan pada saya, Cik Faizal bagi saya tahu, kalau satu program, katakan BSc in Electrical Engineering, satu program, that's one program. Kalau you buat arithmetic dia MQA punya credit hours, you calculate pada credit hours and one program tu, katakan 140 kan. you virtually require about 15 lecturers. 15 lecturers. Ini 15 lecturers. Kalau you ada satu department 2 program, kalau your staff lebih pada katakan 30, is overstaff. Now kita constantly UM, kita constantly auditing lah. Some department got overstaff, so kita finding ways to either increase the program or have to find ways to place them somewhere. Sebab the new vice chancellor from corporate kan, dia cost how much we are spending to run the program actually. Kita tengok ini yang 20 jam lama tuan
Ada yang 20 jam, ada yang mungkin less than 10 hours lah ada. Tapi mostly kita dalam 10 ke 20 average on that, ada tak 10 ke 20?
Tapi you kena faham, kita tak ada kira lab hours. These are lecturing ni. You kena faham, kalau kita consider lab hours, dia akan lebih plus 10 jam. Sebab kita don't count lab hours.
Tapi baguslah kita sharing pengalaman tu dari segi yang apa ni, tracking tadi kan. Mungkin itu jadikan sebagai satu kita punya persempadanan. Cuma satu tadi bro, yang semua kata UM tu more civilized because dia dah lama tu. Saya rasa macam sepatutnya universiti yang baru ni, because kita belajar daripada universiti yang lama kan, sepatutnya kita yang lebih civilized. I mean in terms of buat program, kita belajar daripada pengalaman dan sebagainya. Tapi kadang-kadang universiti baru ni masih juga mencari-cari, nak mencari apakah kriteria yang betul dan sebagainya. Ini satu barangkali yang boleh kita lihat juga lah dalam konteks itu.
Tapi kalau saya boleh jawab soalan tu sebab saya pun juga melawat macam UNIBEF. Yang saya tak melawat UTHM, saya melawat few time. Yang tak dapat melawat ni Universiti Pahang, Universiti dari Pahang.
Universiti Malaysia Pahang.
Tak ada peluang nak melawat lah. Saya semua melawat. Tapi saya cakap antara you daripada national standard regards, UTEM is the best.
Yes.
Betul. Saya tengok UNIMAP ni, kalau you pergi rumah kedai, nak duduk kat rumah kedai ke? Bila faculty rumah kedai, you go to UNIMAP, it's all shop houses. But now they have shift to the main campus dan kebanyakan dia just start rumah kedai. Saya pergi jumpa si research dia, si budak masuk rumah kedai, duduk kena makan sebelah kan. So in terms of organisation, I'm telling you the truth, you mungkin bila you melawat, you campur dengan orang, you akan kenang, you akan you appreciate your place. Bila you tak melawat, you ingat you turut sangat, tak ada. I tengok lain tempat, UTEM is very good. Lepas tu you patut bersyukur dapat Profesor Syarif SPC.
Yes. Tahniah semua, tahniah. Sepatutnya kita berbangga tu. Ini tu iktirafan tu.
Saya bukan nak
betul.
puji. Minta maaf saya nak puji.
Tak, dia orang Johor bukan orang Alestar.
I pernah interact Vice Chancellor of UNIMAP, pernah cakap dengan dia. Pernah cakap dengan Vice Chancellor Mak Nur Dalibin. I pernah cakap semua dia, I pernah campur kan. Dia at least my age group tu campur banyak kan. So bila I tengok dalam dalam idea yang dibangkitkan, Prof Syarif is very good. The only problem that you face is the only problem in our culture. The only problem in our culture, I must share to you, all the audience here. Our problem in the culture is buying in. Kita tak mau buy in.
Okay, well, I agree, strongly agree. Datuk Syarif is the best. I strongly agree. Yang tu, mesti punya dia terbaik.
Tapi see, sometimes your vice chancellor have good ideas. Tapi buying in is very important. You all must support. Dia tak support ni, UTEM susah dan atas.
Okey, Pak. Terima kasih. Kita pergi pada kalau ada soalan daripada rakan-rakan kita. Ya, silakan. Betul ke mic?
Okey, saya Profesor Madia ada. Tapi adalah Dr. IR lah. IR tu kat sini sekarang ni dah berebut lah sekarang ni. Dulu kurang lah, sekarang terpaksa lah. Sebab sekarang dah kriteria tu dah jadi apa, macam keperluan untuk EAC. Okey, menjadi mechanical engineering. Jadi saya pun macam veteran juga lah. Okay. Sebab saya dekat Sunaya dah grad Sunaya juga. Saya masuk asasi sains. Okay. Alumni lah kita ni. Jadi daripada sekolah sains lah, boarding school, masuk Sunaya. Tapi saya tak perform lah. Taklah excellent saya punya degree. Because of orang kampung, dia pergi KL, faham lah kan? Kalau nak merayap, dia pusing KL, merayap ke sini. Jadi tak perform, tak excellent lah saya punya tu. Tapi saya pula dapat kerja, masa tu senang kerja. Ini macam cerita pula lah, saya pula jadi tukang cerita ni. Cerita berkongsi pula saya ni. Saya
Boleh
kerja senang.
jangan panjang sangat.
Jangan banyak? Okey, tak apa. Jadi saya dah jadi engineer, manager, dan director dan consultant semua lah. Tapi bila saya buka consultant tu ada masalah. Jadi saya pun cubalah cari wage earning job, dapatlah kat UTM. So saya UTM ni ada masalah sikit. Saya bila saya daripada masa kerja, writing papers ni bukan kita punya budaya. Jadi bila masuk akademik, kita dah jadi cultural shock lah. Sebab kita lebih kepada hands on je kan, buat kerja. Jadi nak tanya Profesor Ulung, okay, kalau saya nak jadi Profesor Ulung, kalau macam saya ni, orang minat ni, nak menulis ni kan, menulis bukan kena pergi dulu, tak apalah. Kita cuba berangan dulu.
Teruskan.
Bagi ni saya nak jadi Profesor Ulung kan, katalah. Jadi bagaimanakah kalau saya punya budaya, trend budaya dan yang sebati itu nak dapat tahap tu. Mungkin ada cara-cara kaedah penilaian dari pihak kerajaan yang mungkin boleh menilai dari segi bekas-bekas apa tu yang bekerja dalam industri masuk dalam akademik. Jadi saya pun envy juga orang paper banyak ni kan. Jadi apakah boleh menilai luar daripada paper? Maksudnya dari segi lain punya sumbangan kepada negara. Saya tengok orang paper ni kan banyak pakai duit juga, tapi hasil inovasi dia tu kurang. Akibatnya duit banyak habis research je, benda tak hasil. Itu kena pastikan supaya orang yang daripada industri ni membantu convert paper itu kepada benda yang boleh menghasilkan untuk ekonomi negara.
Okey. Angkat sikit. Soalan susah ni. Soalan orang yang
Soalan Rubik dah jawab susah sikit ni.
Profesor Madi Ulung ni susah sikit.
Soalan banking ni ya. Okay, the main thing I like share with the audience here. Alright, I want to share with the audience here. It's very important to understand our job function. Kita to be very clear on job function. If we don't understand our job function, akan jadi huru-hara. You see, I ada one meeting last week. Ada bangkit kepada the new pengarah yang take over tempat the Vice Chancellor sekarang ni. Now have a new pengarah, we have a new pengarah, Fauzi nama dia. Kan kita high SUE, so I and high SUE center. So there is a lot of distortion of idea. Because idea ni, different people got different idea. What I call distortion of idea. They have good intention, but distorted. We must be very clear. Job function must be very clear. What we call core business. Any industry anyway is a core business. I told him, you are KPM, we have so many ministry. Health Ministry, Mastec lah, semua tu, Ministry of Trade, semua. Kita Ministry of Education. Apa core business kita? Is to provide education. Is to produce the best human capital. It's no point that you can't even produce good human capital, tapi you buat produk yang tak sebaiknya, tapi human capital pun tak baik, you achieve nothing. Our job function as a university is human capital. What the country needs now is the best engineer. Not engineer biasa, but the best engineer. Highly competent engineer. Because when they go out, they are the one that they're going to be a mover of industry. Not us. Kita teaching. They are the mover of the industry. They become entrepreneur. They're going to shape new industry, work with industry, innovate and make the industry bigger, small scale become medium, medium become large scale. They are the one actually. So bila kita tak train good engineer, they cannot do this. Kita pun tak ada masa nak buat produk. Kita manusia biasa je. If you look at our KPI, kita teaching berapa masa. Lepas tu buat small administration kat jabatan, timetabling dan sebagainya. Kan? Lepas tu kena jaga student, kalau tak ada PhD student, dia buang kita. Student project, degree, student project, lepas tu master, PhD, lepas tu publication manusia macam mana. In a day you have 24 hours. And the most effective hour you have working about 8 to 10. So to me, I did raise in a meeting the Vice Chancellor last few days. I said no. We have to be very clear what is our job function. I asked him, I asked you the Vice Chancellor, what do you understand our job function? Be clear. Jangan along the way kita keep on changing the goalposts. Kejap research, by research go to commercialization, product development. After product, you don't know what they will think. Make it rocket or what. Right? Tapi clear. Because bila you clear, orang pun kerja senang. So I told him, as far as we are concerned in the university, our primary objective is to acquire knowledge, first-hand knowledge, to build up a knowledge base. Kita punya culture, kita punya university is knowledge system. Kita are knowledge people. We build up knowledge now. And then we transfer the knowledge to the student. Not from the book knowledge, but from your experience. What the students lacking? Experience knowledge. You transfer experience knowledge, teach them well, they become leaders. They become leaders, not you. They become leader of the industry. That is our job. Jangan kita along the way, make product. Vice Chancellor, our Vice Chancellor orang company, minta maaf from, he agreed. Dia kata commercialization is new set of people, not by the same person. Should be a new set. A new group of people taking over the idea and bring it commercialized, not our job. Kalau kita have fantastic idea, we say, okay, we have got this idea, we bring up, not for us. Takkan kita nak ajar orang, kata nak buat sepanjang, nak buat tu semua, you find you cannot achieve a lot of things. Orang putih kata, jack of all trade, master of none. So must kita be a master. Kita master on teaching. The most important thing, our charter, is to produce the best student. The question I'm going to ask you is, our students that we produce are damn good? You must ask yourself, are we doing the job well? The students that we produce, are they marketable? The main issue not unemployment. Semua kata public university dapat kerja, tak boleh. Pergi masuk sigi, tailor, kerja senang. People have the impression going to public university is not a job guarantee anymore. The parents lose confidence. When the parents lose confidence, they start to send to private university. Actually, you have less student intake and you become redundant. You become redundant. That is the most dangerous things to come. Eventually, it can come. You might understand, Britain closed some of their university before. They closed the university. They closed departments and so on. You become redundant. This thing will happen when you have new government, new people coming. They're looking at cost. Are we running the university in the most effective manner? Are we being cost effective? So apa yang kita patut buat sekarang? Balik ujung pangkal kita. Train our students the best, so that they become employable actually. To me, I always say to people, if my student that I train PhD is not better than me, I fail actually. My student must be better than me. Jangan I always feel I am not better, but my student must be better than me. That is growth. Kata apa yang kita namakan progress. Student better. To the country progress. Tidak stagnant, ya? Tidak negative growth. Kalau kita macam you are better than your student, you kena lihat balik sekarang. Our student, is it better than you or worse than you? From there you can draw a conclusion. So we have to improve. To me, teaching is very important. Training students to the best, because the workforce, the country needs a very good workforce. The country requires fantastic workforce, especially engineer. I as physics, I tak boleh buat apa, I pakai gaji je. I and the flowers. Of course, the rumah are the flowers. I and the decoration, meditation, physics, that. Tapi engineer are the pillars of the country development. And you have the heaviest responsibility actually, the engineers. So your students should be able to drive the industry. You see, you got a very heavy responsibility than me. Kita visit apalah, get job, habis visit become kerja kat bank, kerja kat stock exchange. Banyak student dia kerja kat bank, stock exchange dan sebagainya. So you all have the high, so you all have to make sure that the students that you produce are marketable and high quality. Did I answer your question, sir? Because I must tell you, I do make product, I do commercial product. Tapi I find I do make product. I can make products. I told you, I'm not an engineer. I went to technical school. I have some engineering understanding. I can make product actually. I can design things, but not a good drawing. I ask people to draw for me. I can get people to do for me. Masa kat sekolah tu, I adalah set square bofa tu, draw tu. Tapi tak pandai draw sangat. Tapi now computer in the draw semua kan. So I understand the flow of making product. Understand engineering. I understand engineering actually. To the flow to make a product. I pernah buat product. Tapi I find after looking back, we are doing too many things actually. Too many things.
Okay, bro. Terima kasih. Saya stay kat situ dulu. Sebab Profesor Ulung kena berdiri selama sikit. Tapi bro, minta maaf. Mungkin kita nak bawa balik pada tahap kesarjanaan akademik di kalangan pensyarah kita ni. Sebagaimana yang telah Prof Ulung sebutkan tadi, publicationnya, researchnya, PMP dan sebagainya. Tapi dalam era IR 4.0 pada hari ini, apakah aspek-aspek fundamental yang sepatutnya kita tekankan atau yang perlu ada pada pensyarah atau ahli akademik untuk mencapai tahap kesarjanaan dalam bidang akademik pada hari ini?
Okay, kalau tuan tanya saya, IR 4.0 is very complicated question. Kebanyakan masih tak faham. This idea was being conceived by Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany. Actually, it started from Germany, this idea 4.0. Not that America pun in the dark. Tak ikut, dia pun macam ni lah, ayun-ayun. Tapi the Germans push the idea through Merkel, the Chancellor. It's called smart factory. When I can buy my BMW, mungkin depan muka Toyota, belakang muka BMW. So I can request my purchase on time. It's all on time. So you can buy like Amazon or you buy product dah siap. But now you can choose your things of the product. So the factory will make for you and send to you. It's called smart factory. So they will reduce the intervention of human. It will be done by robots and machine vision. The big business now is machine vision. How to see things and to say this product is good or not good. Machine vision, and then computer programming to detect all these things, and then automation, interfacing. Those are the new approach to Industry 4.0. Okay, it's a very important step. Tapi sometimes people start this thing, dia tak hidup lama kadang. Kan now hot topic Industry 4.0. I don't know how long they're going to live with the Industry 4.0. Tapi these are the things people are talking about. I'm very sure, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, everybody has some idea about Industry 4.0. And what you are teaching actually is all connected to Industry 4.0. Just the connection between two of them. Bukan you tak ada ajar, you ajar kan, you call engineering machine, camera system, semua ajar. So you just connecting them together, tuan. Bukan tak ajar, takkanlah kita sampai nak revamp curriculum kita, macam kita new thing to us. No, it's a natural progression actually. The thing is that a small migration, just to connect automation dan sebagainya, smart system tu je. There's no problem.
Okay, terima kasih. Kita buka pada soalan lagi. Kalau ada satu dua soalan je lagi ya. Ya, sila ni yang saya di belakang.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Pak, guna tu. Boleh. Boleh Prof, satu dua soalan lagi ya.
Boleh tuan, banyak pun tak apa tuan. I'm very happy to give the opportunity to address to the smartest audience.
Assalamualaikum Prof. Saya Muhammad Suhaizan daripada Fakulti ICT.
Muhammad Faizal ke?
Muhammad Suhaizan. Daripada Fakulti of ICT. I would like to ask one quite interesting question that earlier talk you said that when you are young you enjoy, and then you start realize that you taking your life seriously when you are in undergraduate. So what actually that brings you your passion that you become now? Because from undergraduate you proceed to master and then PhD non-stop.
Okay.
And then you towards your life in academics. So I just want to know what that takes you to take your life seriously in undergraduate levels up until you are now. Thank you.
I will answer the truth. I will give a truth answer in this. Alright? Sometimes people like to tell good story and try to fabricate their autobiography. But I'll tell the truth. I will tell you the truth actually. When I was a student, I grew up in PJ. I come from a big family actually. My father has 14 children. My father was an auditor, Dapat Audit Negara. He was a director of audit. But anak banyak, 14 orang. Imagine dalam satu rumah 14 orang. And you don't know where we sleep also. Sometimes you can't even remember my name. You got others name my name. Kan? Anak banyak kan? Dulunya orang anak banyak. I tell you the actual story. So when I grew up in a big family, our family has no time to manage us. Dia basically anak banyak, dia nak manage apa kan sampai 14. So kita go haywire, kita buat hal sendiri. So at a very young age, at school, form 1, form 2, I'm very independent. Even at the primary school, I do my own thing. Because my father is not around, he's very busy working. Working is not around. So we are loose. The word I say, we are loose. Okay, but luckily during my time, there are a lot of drug addicts. I don't end up taking drugs. Somehow I never smoked drugs. I never ever touched them. Somehow God bless me, I never end up. But a lot of my friends become drug addicts. I know them. They are my kampung mate. Kita duduk area called kawasan Melayu, Section 3 kat PJ. It's the oldest part of PJ. PJ start from there, the oldest part. Before you go to Sipang, Damasa, those are new part actually. The oldest is in Old Town. We start there. We build up, so we do mix around. Nice place. I don't regret. I enjoy my life. I live my life to the fullest. Fullest means I live to the fullest. It's up to your imagination. So my father worked in Sabah. He was posted in Sabah. He died of heart attack. He died quite young of heart attack. Then I was in school small, so I don't have a father. So I have to go through my life. I have to apply masuk Universiti Melayu. I do buat sendiri semua. I buat sendiri. I dah kecil dah bina karir dah. Tak orang buat. Pergi masuk universiti pun pergi sendiri. Dia masuk. Tak ada orang hantar. But there's nobody to send me. So I got a scholarship from the government. They give not that much. So after paying the fees and stuff like that, I don't have duit sikit. So I makan lah, because my house not that far actually. It's about 5 kilometers. Tapi tak ada bus. Somehow there is no bus. From Universiti Melayu to my house there's no bus. Boleh jalan lah, dia pernah jalan panas ke Malaysia ni. So I will stay back in the campus. So makan in kedai. Dulu ada kedai store makan. Bukan store, dia ada apa ni, siswarama. Store tapi not store setinggan lah, store betul. Makan. So makan duit sikit kan, dapat tinggal botol semua. Lepas tu kalau I makan nasi acak yang sebenar, selalu malam I makan nasi ubi kentang. The truth, nasi ubi kentang dan kuah ubi kentang. Of course, my house is nearby. I can eat good food. My mother always cook lah. Tapi if I stay in campus, I cannot go at home and eat. So I survive on nasi ubi kentang for 4 years. And just to share the story, that time I don't have money in the pocket. I know urban poverty. You might not realize it. Some of you may not have grown up in the urban area. And I was talking about urban poverty long time back before the politician talked about. It's different. urban poor is the worst poor than the rural poor. We cannot eat bricks, you know. They are breeding, we cannot eat the breeding. There are no trees, no fruit trees. It's very bad. Urban poor is the worst kind. I'm telling the truth now. So nobody, because I forgot that the process, the kids were, I was suffering. So when I was student, that year, 4 years, I said to myself, I don't want to become poor. I really don't want to become poor. I said that I don't want to become poor. And I worked very hard to achieve that. Because the worst thing is to become poor actually. So I don't want to become poor. Do it. That's how it started. Because I have no money in the pocket at one time. 20% do it. Life is bad. I think many times I go through life in a very bad manner.
Okey, terima kasih. Satu pengalaman kehidupan. Okey, saya bagi peluang pada Dr. Syed dulu dan tadi nak cakap. Sila.
Ya.
Ini.
Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih Prof. Dan terima kasih yang sudah datang ke UTM. Tentang kesarjanaan akademik, bagaimanakah kalau kita lihat pensyarah memang mengejar kepada kesarjanaan akademik, lihat kepada pensyarah, pensyarah kanan, seluruhnya pada profesor lah. Tapi saya pula melihat dari segi bagaimana kita sebagai pensyarah boleh membangunkan pelajar ataupun kita kata membangunkan negara, pelapis, pemimpin pelapis sebagainya, membolehkan mereka kita kata towering personality, peribadi unggul yang bukan sahaja boleh memimpin, bijak pandai, brilliant, tetapi juga ada kebijaksanaan, maturity.
Untuk staff atau student?
Untuk staff ada kesarjanaan akademik, tapi bagaimana translatekan kesarjanaan akademik itu kepada pelajarnya?
Okay. Yang saya bincangkan tadi kan, saya bincang dengan secara ringkas ya, tentang kriteria kena pangkat. Kita ubahkan sikit, bukan kita ubah banyak, kita ubahkan sikit. Lepas tu yang kita mendapati. Sometimes they are smart people, kita bagi dia nak pangkat muda 30, 35. They all become childish, sometimes they are childish, they are not mature actually. Dia duduk benda rapu, macam-macam orang gila. Macam Profesor. Kenapa tu tak Profesor? When they might be clever, but we give at the age of 35. Kakak pun tak betul, handling people pun betul. Because maturity, the most important thing is maturity. Kalau kita nak bagi pangkat Profesor, AP, kita mesti able to carry. Kena carry the stature. The stature, you have to be able to carry. Cakap pun cantik, hormat orang, kan, semua tu mesti ada. Baru kita boleh bagi. Apa kita buat belakang ni, kita banyak bagi according to publication. So bila come to publication, they become misguided. So people achieve it but they are childish. Macam tangan tak apa. So eventually now kita buat tahap masa. Kalau you 40 ni baru you boleh apply. Below that you cannot apply. Tapi kalau you nak dapat VK6, kita buat tahap 50. VK5, 55. Tiba age now. Because VK5 ni is tinggi dalam GPA, TKSU. They're quite powerful kan. So kita bagi age maturity. Bukan the most important thing, there is a clause. These are good performer. Tapi super punya performer tu, dia punya kriteria maybe few nature paper, they can go young. Tak apa. Bukan kita prevent. We do not prevent. The most important thing, we do not prevent super performer. We don't prevent. But dia kriteria lain sikit lah. Gah sikit. Kalau you super performer, mesti nature 45 gah kan pun. Dia boleh lompat umur 30, become 5. Kita tak tahan. Tapi on the average punya tu, kita bagi umur yang tu, cause of the maturity. Come back to the question, sebab the main thing, character. Bila you have young people, dia student pun tengok pun, betul pun ni Profesor kan cakap lawak je kerja dia. don't mind dan sebagainya. So the most important thing to answer your question, student ni, the most important impact for us is to teach our students well. Kita tak payah ambil a lot of student. Kenapa saya take a lot of student? Macam bapak saya ada 14 anak. No, I'm telling the truth. I know some people take a lot of student for no reason, because playing with the KPI. Suka main dengan KPI je. Some people like the KPI game. KPI minta dia dapat 20, 30. Mana profesor boleh jaga 30 PhD student? Dia cakap dengan saya. Siapa dia jaga? You produce nothing at the end of the day. You harapkan macam ayam, macam anak you boleh blur diri sendiri. Kalau you are lucky, some can do on their own, some cannot do, you akan tempat macam. So to me, the number of lecturer can have a student, to me, I have already studied, kan, you got to take from my experience lah. 3-4 je. That's the best number. Then, bila 3-4, you boleh fokus. You boleh bangun dia world class, become towering. You can bangun dia sebab you can spend more time. Macam anak you spend more time didik dia become towering. Kalau every lecturer ambil 3 macam tu, kalau ada 10 reja, you ada 30 orang macam tu dah. Imagine our country, we have 30 towering figure lah. Campungan dia punya profesor yang caliber dan karakter macam tuan. So bila you ada mature people getting at age of 40 professor, dia are mature. Dia cakap pun, yang most important thing, sopan lah. Kita apa ni, politeness is very important. Our culture is all about politeness. Kita ni bangsa Eastern, politeness is very important. Kan, kita tak kasar, cakap pun rapi dan sebagainya. That is all important. Kalau kita macam South Putih ni, macam cakap macam mereka kata hak pun macam ni, dia tak mau dia bilang. Kita can send a message but in the most refined manner actually. So to us, just to share with Profesor, kita buat age limit lah. Put age limit. We don't give to young people. Bukan kita prevent. Please don't get me wrong. Ni after what happened, we find sometimes too young people cannot carry. Dia tak boleh pikul jawatan tu. Umur 30 nak pikul, you know, Profesor. Berat juga tu. Itulah, I hope I answer the question about the total figure. We limit the number of student 3-4 cukup, jangan ambil banyak. Nanti setengah tu lojo kan, tamak halumba.
Okey. Terima kasih Profesor. Apa ada satu soalan lagi?
Assalamualaikum Dato'.
Sana dulu. Bagi kat Dr. Nolia.
Saya sekejap sikit soalan.
Oh, sikit je dulu.
Sikit, 2 je.
Okey.
Assalamualaikum.
Sebab dia dah pegang mic tu, saya cakap teruskan.
Okey, Assalamualaikum Profesor Ulung, Dato' Arif. Terima kasih atas perkongsian yang sangat mulia kepada kami semua. Soalan saya nak maklum apa ni berkenaan tadi Dato' ada mention, Dato' hasilkan 10 patents, betul
Ya?
10 patents. Dato' ada hasilkan 10 patents.
Kita masa kat Telekom Malaysia.
Okey, jadi minta Dato' share sikit bagaimana Dato' boleh manage untuk hasilkan 10 patents dan kepada mungkin proses commercialization. Dan seterusnya saya tanya sikit soalan berkenaan kerohanian sikit lah. Maksud saya isu macam mana kita menangani bila kita dah ada grup yang besar. Ada masa mungkin ada satu pihak tak pernah happy ataupun dia komen benda-benda yang bersifat saintifik yang mana dia dilihat grup ni kajian dia ada something wrong, especially in terms of accuracy. Jadi bila menerima teguran ataupun mungkin kawan tu tegur secara publication, jadi dia terasa so dah ada konflik kat situ. So saya nak dapatkan sedikit pandangan Dato', bagaimana Dato' boleh mungkin pernah mengalami experience ni, bagaimana Dato' boleh menguruskan isu-isu seperti ini.
Saya jawabkan answer pattern. Saya minta maaf pandangan saya Profesor Charles. Pandangan saya mungkin berlain dengan Tom sikit lah. Of course, pattern in those days, I get a pattern through Telekom Malaysia. Sebab Telekom is a rich company, but now mungkin ada dengan MC, dia pening dengan Govindio ni sikit. Right? Tapi it was a good company, kan? You agree? It's a very beautiful company, it's a good company, very generous dan sebagainya. We can afford to play the pattern game because Telekom got a lot of money. We can employ lawyers. Telekom itself got a bunch of lawyers, about 20 staff who are lawyers. Kat tingkat 2, tingkat 3 dekat bangunan dulu. So So we can play the pattern game. Pattern game is very expensive game. Because telecom, big company can do it, like Intel, they can do it. Like telecom, they can do it. So I was lucky to repeat it, we have a lot of money, we filed a patent. Kadang can be international, can be local. International patent cost about 100k or 200k. Local patent, we employ what to do. Of course, I have some patent after telecom and so on, tapi for my student, I must declare it's for my student and so on. So kita file lah, tapi because patent ni mahal, dia patent ni makan duit kan. Tapi kalau you tak commercialize, you file patent for no point sebab KPI become patent. So sekarang kat Universiti Melayu kita punya kenaikan pangkat tak ada KPI patent. We do not have because it's an expensive game. Kalau you tak commercialize, kenapa you tak file patent? It cost money actually. So dulu kita ada lah pattern, kita buat pattern balas kajian, suka lah pattern. Ni saya macam angin-angin kan, orang suka macam lagu-lagu pattern, semua jadi lagu pattern kan. So kita buat lah pattern as a candidate, tapi we don't put because it's no point. Because we find that we talk about it so fast, so much, commercialization is very difficult. I'm telling you the truth lah, it's quite tricky. So kita just focus on teaching and publication. Your last part tentang pattern, ada answer kat tuan tadi tentang handling people. Handling people ni complex one kan, macam kata tadi kan, macam jadi vice chancellor bukan kan, orang macam you know, many faculty ya, bapak ada kat 10 anak tapi duit bapak sikit je. Tok bagi sikit, tok potong duit bapak, lepas tu datang balik kan rumah, anak ni minta apa bapaknya kan, dia pening. So people always ask. So managing people is always difficult. So managing a faculty pun difficult, managing people is part of life. Just to share with you, jaga bini pun susah. Kan, you ada bini kan, cuba you try to control her and say, bolehlah control 1-2 hari, lepas tu dia tengking kat you. So human ni, we have to handle with tactfulness. Kena approach dengan cara cantik, pujuk dia, sebagainya. So a lot of this time is used to communicate with people actually. Tapi that is part and parcel about life, because communicating with the next person in the world is the most important thing. You build up that skill set to communicate with people. Then communication is very important. So sometimes you have to talk to people nicely lah. Kan kita yang kita kata tadi, sopan santun itu penting. Sopan santun lah. It's very important. Politeness is important. Jangan sombong, jangan arrogant. It's very important. We should not be God can take away whatever you have overnight, and you can start all over again tomorrow. So you must remember that. Nothing belongs to us, we all belong to God. So we just on borrowed time. Pinjam masa, pinjam pakaian. We are all on borrowed time. So be nice to people. That's most important. Nanti I hope the question answer your question. To handle people, of course people have so many ideas. Kita have to handle lain orang perlu macam ni, macam kita anak lain anak macam ni, tu dia to handle people. Alright, Pak?
Okey. Jadi kita ada satu je soalan akhir ya. Saya rasa soalan yang terakhir lah daripada Datuk Nur. Silakan.
Assalamualaikum Datuk. Saya ucap terima kasih pada bagi Datuk beri ruang. Mungkin soalan saya ni soalan yang terakhir Datuk.
Yeah.
Saya mendengar perkongsian Datuk ini, saya rasa teruja dan saya rasa segala perkongsian ni semua, saya rasa rakan-rakan ni bertanya pasal this is the journey. Dan semua bertanya journey Datuk sampai Datuk reach pada Profesor Ulung. Sebab kami dengan beberapa rakan di pusat, saya di pusat bahasa, kami pernah dapat grant daripada ACAP dan pernah menulis buku berkaitan dengan Profesor Ulung. 3 Profesor Ulung dan Datuk yang keempat. So izinkan Datuk, mungkin mudah-mudahan kita boleh menulis satu buku berkaitan dengan cerita Datuk tadi yang sangat memberi inspirasi dan aspirasi kepada kami, jadi memberi panduan kepada kami yang generasi barisan Murabi ini, pensyarah-pensyarah muda ini untuk terus menggapai dan mengangkasakan universiti. Satu Datuk. Jadi mudah-mudahan diberi ruanglah Datuk untuk kita boleh berkolaborasi dalam penulisan. kira tu. Jadi itu juga dakwah. Dan kemudian Datuk, rakan-rakan banyak bercakap tentang dari segi bidang 5P kan. Dan kita pun ada stakeholder kita daripada student adalah community. So bagaimana Datuk dari segi aspek community ini yang mendambakan, yang sentiasa memerlukan keserjanaan kita untuk turun. Sebab hari ini kita ada aim target kita untuk kita reach something sampai that level. Semua kita hari ini nak kejar pangkat kan, sampai pada level tu, tapi kita mungkin dengan community itu kita kurang menampakkan peranan kita kan. Kalau jadi saya nak tanya Datuk bagaimana dan apa yang sepatutnya dalam kesarjanaan yang kita ada ini kita dapat mendambakan keperluan yang diperlukan oleh komuniti sekitar. Itu soalan saya yang pertama Datuk. Dan yang kedua, saya melihat Datuk mengatakan tadi bahawa PhD hanyalah sebagai pasport, right? Jadi sebagai lesen kan? License, sorry. Dan saya nak tanya Datuk, jadi dengan adanya PhD, adakah kita ni perlu berfokus atau kita perlu hidup dalam multitasking yang berkolaborasi dan sebagainya? Jadi itu dua soalan Datuk. Saya ucap terima kasih Datuk, perkongsian Datuk hari ini sangat memberikan nilai tambah yang banyak pada kami yang mendengar pada pagi yang berbahagia ini. Terima kasih Datuk. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, terima kasih. Saya bagi yang walaupun ada dua soalan, ada first statement, I will answer the first statement also tentang my journey. Kan, my journey I did told you was a very difficult life. Then in the third year, I remember I said I want to get first class. I said, why not I give a shot? I'm not very clever. Believe me, I'm not very clever. Tapi to me, I believe that nothing is impossible. I'm one person who believes nothing is impossible. But I'm not clever. Because you can sharpen your brain. Just like a knife, you can sharpen. Your brain can be sharpened. You can build up your ability. Okay? God is very fair. There's no reason why God to give somebody so more clever than you. It doesn't make sense. Arithmetically, it doesn't make sense. You have to work for it. Okay, some maybe they are slightly, because there's one movie called Trading Places. If you have watched a movie called Trading Places, it's a very interesting movie about two characters. Sometimes environment shape a person. They are lucky the environment was good, they look very clever. Some environment is a shape a person, they look stupid. But actually they are clever people. Tak diberi peluang. So bila saya was just to share to you a long journey. It's a long journey for me. But to be honest, I never dreamed of becoming Ulung. I never ever dreamed. I couldn't care less. Trust me. It's not a target that I put, I want to shoot a target. No, I never shoot a target. I happen to be at the right time, at the right places. Sometimes luck. I think my life is all about luck. You want to see the clever people, you look at the former myself. I luck. Sometimes people are born lucky. They put and then they happen to be around. So I never shoot. Okay, the only thing that I aimed when I was a student, I want to become first class. I said, hey, come on, why orang dapat first class, kenapa aku tak get first class? So apa yang buat, first I study lah, tapi tak kuat. Second year tak pun biasa lah. Dan student, third year I ramp up, because kita kira markah first class third year and fourth year. Third year kita ambil 30%, fourth year we take 70%. In those days, now I don't know lah. So I work hard in third year and fourth year. And let me tell you, I don't go home, I sleep, I ambil kursi bangku macam ni, 3 4 bangku, I tidur dekat seseorang. Every day I sleep. I mandi dalam toilet. I do that for 2 years. And I makan nasi ubi gendang. Saya pula kena bohong. Kalau ada pun lemak yang dia bagi free. Bukan duit cukup setakat tu je. But I buy books, I buy things, I buy some of the things. But I sleep on, tak sleep on the floor lah. I sleep on a chair. Ada kursi, kasih seorang kursi bangku. Kita atur. I think quite a number of students do that. Those who do not stay in colleges. I couldn't get enough colleges because I'm from local. So I don't have bus to go home. Kan? I kena ambil bus dari chair kan. So I sleep in the, duduk dalam kat hall. Terus tidur lah sampai ke next morning. Mandi pergi kelas. So I do that for 2 years and you can achieve it. If you set your mind, you set your goal, sacrifice it, you can achieve it. You can achieve it. I tell you the truth. Then come back to my journey to become a professor. Because I'm not very widely liked person. Saya tak ada senyum macam tak ada. Don't say I'm not friendly. I'm very friendly. But I ni very vocal. I speak my mind out actually. The problem with me, I speak my mind out. If I don't like you, I'll tell you. I have no hiccup to tell you I don't like you. Kau jaga momok. I have no restriction to say that. So I work in university. I never hold any important position because people don't like me. If they give to me, the problem with me, I'm not predictable. They don't know how I'm going to swing. I can swing left, I can swing right. Unpredictable actually. So that's why I don't hold important posts. Maybe research only. Kat Daliko pun to research, that's only minor 40. Just research, but I don't hold research like TNC dan dekan tak ada. Right? Because not very widely liked person. Tapi I have a lot of time. Kalau I don't hold the post, I ada banyak masa. What do I do with a lot of time? I do research, get student, publish paper, I fill up my itu. So along the side, okay, I want to become a professor within this age. I work hard to it. That is my journey because I have the time. Basically, I have the time. Because I don't hold position. Time is there on my side. Tak perlu I nak risau. Masa banyak. After lecture, buat research, take student. That's how I go. Because I was not given that opportunity. But that cannot prevent you from progress. So I made the other approach, academic leadership. I go to the academic way. I become a professor, dapat bikin apa, dapat bikin dan people, dan semua. Itu je. So it's a journey by accident. Kan? Because I pun nak jadi vice chancellor tapi tak ada peluang. So my success is journey by accident. Okay? Alright, and then about your doing the research work. I want to tell you, madam, research work, the most important thing I have repeated nearly 100 times. It should be done with the interest of the heart. It must come from the heart, the interest of the research. Your heart must tell you, I like to do seek knowledge, I like to do research. And the subject matter must come from your heart also. So do something that you like. Well, let's say you are trained in electrical engineering. That does not prevent you to do something about plant or something that you suka. Maybe you can do great, wonderful discovery by doing other field. It's never too late to do something that you like. When you are 60 like me, it's too late to change it. When you're at this age, you have the opportunity to do what you like. Okay? You have the time, do it. Right? So choose something that you like. Always I will believe do something. I do things which I like actually. I tak buat kerja yang tak suka. I to people, if I don't like, I won't do it. Right? I won't do it. You tak suka lah. I won't do it lah. But I won't do things that I like. It's something that you should be enjoying to do. You should enjoy doing it. Right? Mesti ada kepuasan hidup. Kan? Macam you kahwin kan, you mesti suka yang bila you kahwin, you ambil bini yang you suka, you tak ambil bini yang you tak suka kan, betul tak? Kan? You pilih kan? It's all a choice. Right? The most bottom line is choice actually. You pilih. So the feel that you should choose also. Okay? Alright?
Okay Prof, terima kasih. Satu tepukan Pak Prof Ulung kita yang telah memberikan pembicaraan dan juga berkongsi pengalaman tadi. Yang mana saya kira saya setuju apa yang Prof sharing di Universiti Melaya, because saya pun Universiti Melaya. All the way saya semua pernah Universiti Melaya. Sedikit dulu macam yang Prof sebut lah. This is Suara. Tapi saya duduk di college Prof. Saya duduk college kelima. Jadi ini salah seorang yang rupanya squad di Suara dulu ya. Baik, Prof, terima kasih. Saya kira satu pengalaman tentang journey dan juga perkongsian saya, Profesor Ulung, kita mencapai tahap yang disebut sebagai Profesor Ulung di negara ini. Sudah tentulah banyak perkongsian pintar yang telah pun kita sama-sama perolehi pagi ini, dan banyak perkara-perkara yang telah kita dapatkan input daripada Profesor Ulung kita. Pertama sekali tadi, kalau boleh saya nak wrap up satu istilah saja yang sebenarnya nak jadi Profesor Ulung ni, ialah self leadership. Itu saja. Because kita ni bukannya lahir sebagai born leader, sebagai born political leader dan sebagainya. Kita lahir ataupun sama ada kita suka ataupun tak suka, pada hari ini kita berada dalam dalam bidang akademik ini. Kita perlu ada passionate, perlu ada minat itu. Itu yang berkali-kali disebutkan oleh Profesor Ulung tadi. Kalau tak minat, tak ada passion atau tak passionate kat situ, buat apa you berada dalam dunia akademik? Jadi itu yang saya katakan tadi. Saya nak reflection bahawa kita berada dalam dunia akademik, kita kena ada passion itu, ada minat itu. Dan bila ada minat, kita membentuk kejayaan dan personality diri kita sendiri. Itu yang saya katakan tadi, bahawa staf akademik ini untuk mencapai tahap kesejahteraan itu menjadi leader. Dalam dunia akademik ini, Profesor Ulung is a leader. Jadi kita harus membentuk self-leadership kita tadi dalam bidang communication, pengajaran, penyelidikan dan sebagainya. Jadi perlu ada minat. Dan kalau tak ada minat, kita tak boleh nak buat benda-benda ni semua. Tak boleh nak mencapai hatta Profesor, apatah lagi Profesor Ulung. Jadi perlu ada minat dan perlu ada membentuk leadership kita sendiri. Itu yang saya tekankan tadi, kesimpulan dan rumusan yang saya dapat sebutkan di sini, Prof. Ulung, iaitu nak mencapai tahap kesejahteraan itu perlu ada self leadership itu sendiri. So terima kasih sekali lagi saya ucapkan pada Profesor Ulung kita yang telah dapat bersama-sama dengan kita pada hari ini. Dan saya mengucapkan juga terima kasih kepada Profesor Dr. Faizah yang merupakan pengarah Pusat Kecemerlangan dan Kesarjanaan Akademik serta semua jawatankuasa yang telah berusaha bagi menjayakan program kita pada pagi ini. Terima kasih juga kepada barisan timbalan Naib Chancellor kita, timbalan Naib Chancellor Akademik dan Antarabangsa, dan juga timbalan Naib Chancellor Pendidikan Inovasi dan Pendidikan dan Inovasi. Rakan-rakan profesor, rakan-rakan pensyarah dan semua yang dapat hadir pada pagi ini. Dan Prof izinkan saya mengakhiri tugas saya ini dengan beberapa rangkap pantun. Orang Melaka kena ada pantun. Tapi orang PJ tak apa. Saya pun faham tu. Setakat saya dulu PJ 70 tu memang tempat kita main-main. Jadi pantun akhir bagi mengakhiri majlis kita pada hari ini, ada dua rangkap pantun. Pancang tiang biarlah kejap, tiang dibeli di Pekan Kuah. Walaupun Tuan Profesor Ulung datang sekejap, kami di sini sangat bertuah. Kelapa puan semanis sirap, tumbuh juga di tepi perigi. Kepada Tuan saya, kami semua berharap, sudi kiranya bertandang lagi. Sekian, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Prof di atas persembahan kita ataupun undangan pada hari ini.
Terima kasih bagi Profesor Dato' Dr. Mat Dora selaku moderator, dan terima kasih juga kepada yang bagi Profesor Ulung Dato' Dr. Haribin Ahmad di atas perkongsian itu tadi. Dan apa kata kita berikan tepukan paling gemuruh buat Profesor Ulung sebagai tanda penghargaan dan terima kasih daripada UTM. Hadirin yang saya muliakan sekalian, sebagai tanda penghargaan dan terima kasih, saya persilakan pengarah KAIS Prof Faizah untuk mengiringi yang berbahagia Datuk Timbalan Naib Chancellor Akademik dan Antarabangsa untuk menyampaikan sedikit cenderahati daripada kami. Dimulai dengan kepada Profesor Dato' Dr. Mat Dora selaku moderator kita pada hari ini. Kita berikan tepukan buat Profesor Dato' Dr. Mat Dora. Kita ke depan lagi sikit. Depan sikit tak? Depan sikit. Ke depan lagi. Dan juga kepada tetamu undangan khas kita pada hari ini yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung, Datuk Dr. Haribin Ahmad. Datuk ke depan sikit. Okey. Terima kasih Datuk, terima kasih Prof. Okey, buat semua peserta program pada hari ini, mungkin kita boleh ke depan sikit sebab kita ada sesi bergambar bersama dengan yang berbahagia Profesor Ulung kita pada hari ini. Saya minta kerjasama tuan-tuan yang berada di bahagian belakang untuk memenuhkan kerusi di bahagian hadapan. Dan kita akan bergambar bersama Profesor Ulung kita pada hari ini. Dan selepas itu kita boleh menikmati jamuan yang disediakan. di luar sana. Saya minta kerjasama tuan-tuan dan puan untuk penuhkan kerusi di bahagian hadapan. Sekejap saja, tak sampai 5 minit pun.